Whoa, we're here! Hey, folks!
Oh my god!
Friends of the damaged goods, welcome to Campaign B. We have Darkness and Icewind Dale. This is a little bit of a different thing, giving us a little break from the typical damaged goods fare. This will be game mastered by myself and yourself.
I'm Abby.
You know who we are. You've seen the intro video. Yeah. Speaking of the intro video, let's roll that thing.
Nasty. We'll do it live.
Was that?
Wow! We're doing it live. Hello, folks.
We're not. On that note,
Icewind Dale is a cold, frozen, desolate hellhole where the sun don't shine no more. We have a lovely adventuring party here. They call themselves Protection and Mediation Services, or PMS.
Respect.
That's right.
That's right. Our wonderful group has been trying to find a way to sell themselves as adventurers in Icewind Dale, to make some money, protect the towns, and they have found themselves under the employ of a woman named Hlyn Trollbane. Hlyn is looking for help bringing some, I guess, vigilante justice to a man murdering several people in the Dale, and you've been kind of instructed to ascertain the guilt of her suspect and bring him to justice without involving the local law.
Take care of him.
Precisely. So you've been told that the suspect, Sefik Caltro, is associated with a certain group of traveling merchants called Torg's Traveling Merchantile. And you've been given kind of several leads of where they might be. Two of the places were offered to you because Hlyn was going to go check out East Haven to see if he was there. You were offered to go north or south. You opted to go south to Miafine's hometown of Good Mead.
Is anybody dead there?
What?
What?
Oh, I get it, because Miafine looks kind of dead.
She also doesn't breathe. That is a better.
Yeah,
She's your soul.
Several suspicions.
Anyway, last time you this adventure that we were together, you guys had started out on the road and were wandering in the middle of the night. Ran into.
It was the middle of the day, but it looks like night.
Oh, it's always night here.
Night.
Middle of the day, a wandering, light-emitting creature was out in the distance. You guys decided to get off of your cart and go track it down.
Tim decided to go track it down.
I did.
Yeah, we made choices.
It was a big decision.
It started attacking you. You started running. You got on your cart, and then you kept shooting it with Eldritch Blast until it died, chasing you down.
But that wasn't before one of your friends tried to halt the creature in the name of the dark ice god Aro. Which almost seemed to work at one point, but didn't quite. And that seemed to perturb some of you. But eventually you were able to quell the danger and move on in the night to the town of Good Mead. And that leaves us with, is there anything that you would like to do before arrival at Good Mead?
Or discuss.
Our name tags here.
We were in the
know where
car.
they went.
We have empty ones if you'd like an empty one. I'm currently shivering and trying to keep myself afloat.
I've got my knife out on the wall of the carriage.
I'm driving.
I think before we stopped, I said, "You have some explaining to do." Before I shuddered and was keeping myself warm in the carriage.
Does that work?
I'm just. What?
Does it work sometimes?
Does what work?
The thing you did
What thing?
when you command the zombies. Does it work?
No, I just.
Oh.
I thought that maybe if we addressed it directly for what it was, respectfully, that maybe it would listen. I've never seen. So I know that this town, they tend to sacrifice people to Oral. They believe that this works. I've never seen what happens to the bodies afterwards, or I always assumed townsfolk just took them down and then put up a new one, but I thought legend says that the sacrifices, they are blessed ones, according to Oral. And I thought that if we directly addressed it as it's how Oral sees it, that maybe it would listen, but apparently it's not intelligent.
Oh, sorry, I interrupted your question.
I'd like to insight check that statement.
Aren't you driving?
I am, but I can show you.
He peeps through the little driver's window.
This conversation is happening inside. Yeah.
Roll an insight, and then you
Can I try to-
roll either a persuasion or a deception.
Can I try to think about if I've heard them referred to the Blessed Ones in the last few days by townspeople?
Yeah.
What am I? Oh, you
Or
said
perception.
Let's go
What did you say?
religion.
Persuasion or deception,
Persuasion or
whichever is
deception.
relevant.
Okay.
Do you feel like you lied more, or did you try to convince them more?
My religion is a 12.
A 12. Not that you can recall.
Natural
That
17
phrase
for
doesn't seem to
20.
pop into your head.
All right.
20?
10.
10. So I guess you would have to tell Boone whether or not you are telling the truth.
You can whisper it.
Can I?
Yeah.
Secrets are no fun.
They're so fun.
Secrets hurt everyone.
I don't say anything. I'm still driving.
Hitcha!
I have a little
So
bit of wind to...
maybe we all stay in the cart from now on. How about?
I think
Yeah?
that's a good idea.
What if the cart's getting attacked? Do we just stay in it?
Can I ask you something? What is Oral's symbol? I don't know if I've heard of this god before the last few days.
Do I know that?
The symbol?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, is that
do you know it? Does Amber
Does
know
Amber
it?
know it?
'Cause I
Amber
can-
knows it? But
Okay.
you would. Does everyone know it, or is this common?
Do
In
you
the
seem
town, do
particularly
people?
religious?
What?
Do you seem particularly religious? I'm asking as a,
Oh,
as a player. Pious in any way? Hold yourself like you have a spirituality around
No.
you? Okay.
I don't think so.
Put on a necklace or
Maybe
anything?
that might have to be for you to judge.
I think the people who are from Icewind Dale would know the symbol.
Would know it.
Yeah.
There are several interpretations, but typically it's a snowflake.
That's original. Sorry, I've known it for a long time too.
I'm about to see
You
more
would
of
maybe
those.
know that.
I know it too, yeah, but...
We're bound to run into more of the blessings of Oral as we proceed.
I don't know, because this town is the only one that I know of 10 towns that offers sacrifices.
There were 2.
And I don't. Were there 2?
Actually, every town offers a sacrifice.
A sacrifice.
There are only. Let me remind you, it's been a while since we've been here, so for the sake of the audience as well, let's remind us all a little bit of the circumstances of Icewind Dale right now. So, to appease Arl in this everlasting darkness and cold, all of the cities sacrifice something,
Something.
as per the request, the demand of the heralds of Arl, a religious
that's
cult
what it-
group, sort of, that has formed up. So the 3 biggest towns of the 10 towns, which are Bryn Shander, Targos, and East Haven, sacrifice people. 3 towns sacrifice heat. And I think it's 4 towns sacrifice food. So depending on your means, if you have people to sacrifice, you'll sacrifice people. If you don't have enough people, you can sacrifice food. And if you don't have enough food to give up, you can sacrifice heat.
Doesn't Lonelywood sacrifice effort?
We may have had a discussion about that.
Okay.
I don't quite remember. But if that... You are from Lonelywood, so you would know. And... Yeah.
Ours is heat, if I remember.
You're
Yours
correct.
That would be Good Mead. We have fire.
Which is where you're going.
Keeping an eye out for that.
But keep in mind that the night of the sacrifice is once a month, and this has already happened about 4 or 5 days ago.
Mufine, do you know anything about this whole being a blessing of our realm thing? You're just wondering.
Me? No, that wasn't me who addressed it directly.
No, it's just
I
I'm
could
seeing just a
try.
couple similarities,
If
and
you
I just
think
want to
that would
ask.
go, do I also glow and charge at our carriage menacingly?
No, but
I
we've
didn't
seen
think so.
we've seen other things that don't glow, but they attacked us, and you don't attack us, so that's
Have I
a
yet?
very clear difference.
I am sorry.
Keep talking and
about
she
that.
might.
No,
It's
you,
okay.
I
You were
missed
there
back there.
in the
and I
last
hate
few
it.
moments,
Well,
a lot of stuff went wrong.
Quite a bit. I would prefer if fewer things went wrong today. I'm kind of running out of juice, so to speak.
I owe you thanks if there's any way I can help you.
You don't owe me anything other than potentially a good story.
I have that.
Okay.
You tried to command it. Are you religious in any means? I mean, that's how I generally operate. Like, I ask for guidance and gifts, and they're given to me because of my devotion.
I suppose I used to be, but after Oral took over, I mean, prayers kind of mean nothing around here anymore.
Wouldn't it serve
and-
your best interest to venerate the god that has dominion over the land?
To what? What was... Sorry.
Wouldn't it serve your best interest to venerate the god who has dominion over the land?
Perhaps.
Well, we all have secrets.
I mean, to your last point, it doesn't seem to have done anyone any good.
It might have. If it heeded your word.
I'm going to keep an eye out. And Miafina just like moves through the cabin of the cart to like the top level, just kind of awkwardly, and then
I think I'll help you with that. I'm gonna walk with you.
I think. Oh,
I can stay down here.
And the cart
And
runs
then
in the
birds
darkness.
are driving through the snow. Here we go. On a long,
How long does
lovely-
it take to get to Good Mead?
A lovely tune being sung by your good friend Boone.
Who's somehow holding the reins with his feet.
So
He
Good
was
Mead
playing
is
his
a
accordion.
solid 6-hour journey from Bryn Shander, but you had already been on the road for about an hour when you ran into the light emitting undead
The disco zombie.
thing.
Yeah,
The disco zombie.
Zombie.
That's perfect.
zombie at the disco.
So several more hours go by, and I guess we would now at this time be sort of in the late afternoon, early evening of the day, which is still just dark. But as you kind of trundle out of the forest into the village of Good Mead, there are a few differences between Good Mead and Bryn Shander. Number one, it's quite a bit smaller. Bryn Shander is a walled, fortified town. This is just a village on the side of a big lake, nestled in the kind of crotch of a forest.
The lake.
Lake crotch.
And it's quite a bit smaller, and the houses seem to have a different style to them. A style that, from where you all are from geographically, doesn't look like the way people build houses anywhere that you've lived or seen. Just a little bit different, and the kind of the wooden beams that support the corners of these houses are intricately carved in kind of designs of exotic-looking creatures, mainly reptilian in design. Kind of a different feel to this town. And also, all of the houses do have light in them, which isn't what you've experienced in Bryn Shander. People are very holed up in their homes there. There's light here, and as you approach the homes and get into the town, there is a droning sound in the back of your head, maybe even a feeling, just a vibration,
Oh, we're home.
a buzz.
Oh.
What kind of buzz? Is it like annoying or?
It's just low and constant.
I
Is
think
there
it's
a
wonderful,
iconography to the iconography of the carvings? Is there anything like historically that ever?
Make a history check.
I would like to. Is this? I've visited this place many times over the years.
Mhm.
Is this droning just something that's always been
It
here?
always
Yep.
happens. Yep.
You're super used to
Is it like
Both of
rabbits?
you two.
Hmm?
Is it like rapids?
Mm-mm. It's coming. It seems like it's coming from inside the buildings.
That's 9. I have no idea what the fuck these are, but
Do we
they're
know what it
pretty.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah, very pretty.
Very pretty.
I know.
I like them.
Hmm?
Yes. Yeah. Do you guys want to see?
Sure, yeah.
Maybe if I know anyone in town, as we're.
Bathroom.
Thank you, bathroom.
So you do know people in town, but before you start giving the tour, I'm gonna say one other thing that is different from Bryn Shander is that there are people in the street. This doesn't really happen in Icewind Dale very often, and what you see is kind of ahead down the lane towards the edge of the lake. There is a building that looks slightly different from the others. Looks like more of maybe a religious type of an establishment.
What kind?
Well, you can make a religion check if you'd like, but you're pretty far away right now, so this
is
might
snowflake
not become aware to you unless you get closer. Yeah, you got no idea. Big fancy church building. But you see that there is movement inside this building, and you also see a group of people, probably 4 or 5, making their way to it in their full cold weather clothing. Hard to tell the differences between any of them. It's just a group of people heading towards that building, and you can see that there's movement inside of it as well.
Okay, so we're here to find.
That's not up to you. What church is that?
That's my house. That's where I live.
That's a lie. That's
I'm trying to find Scramsack.
It is a
So-
lie.
Is that who we're
That's,
finding?
Hmm?
A
I think we're gonna find Scramsack. Is that the one?
Sefik Caltro.
Oh, that's not.
Scramsack.
Yeah, I got Scramsack.
Who's
Okay.
Scramsack?
No, I don't know. That's one of the ones I wrote down. Okay.
Sapphic caltrops.
I don't know who Scramsack is.
I think you
He's
need...
one of the people.
Somebody was.
Is
wait,
that
there was-
someone from earlier?
Yeah, I thought there
I
was
think
somebody
you
named
mean-
Scramsack.
Let me check my notes
I've
here.
got it.
I have it in here too.
I definitely have heard.
Was there a Scramsack?
That name.
Okay, I
For
got
sure.
Sephic in here now.
I have Scab Sack.
Sapphic is also.
Yeah.
Scabsack?
for
That might be
Scab
What?
Sack. Is a hobgoblin.
I don't have a
know
Scramsack.
that I know that name.
That might have been one of the goblins, maybe.
Oh.
I think.
I don't know why I would have wrote their name down, but
It's important.
I mean,
Well, no. Remember, you overheard the. Was that you who overheard the Cal? Oh, that was him. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Scramsax comes from.
We love
It sounds familiar, but it's not in my notes, so
okay. So
it is not who you're looking for.
Scramsack's innkeeper of the Northlook Tavern.
Yeah.
Nice.
Clean
Oh,
notes.
there he is.
Heck yeah!
good,
Inspiration.
good job. Good job taking notes.
I'm
Oh,
glad
I don't
my
even
note
have him
wasn't
written down.
completely-
Yeah, he was the innkeeper.
Oh, okay. I'm glad there was a reason to write that name down. Okay. I guess
Anyway.
let's go to wherever the public place is that everyone's going to. Maybe.
Really, what is that church? What is that building?
I think that's where
It's
we're
her
going.
home. Didn't you hear her?
Well, and that's a lie.
I mean, everything
How do you
here is
know?
my home, but the bigger building is.
So there is actually 2 big buildings. So there's the one that's that
That
looks
one.
religious.
Is
There's
religious.
one to your right, which is actually a big
Bar.
big hall. It's the mead hall.
So yes,
It's a bar.
It's
Now
actually where
This is a
the
church. I point at the mead hall. And then I make like
this
a...
is where
suppose you
the
don't
eponymous mead is brewed and sold. But the religious building up ahead is the Shrine of the Flaming Sword.
Everybody
Okay.
writes that down.
We're so studious in this campaign.
And if you, I mean, you've lived there, you would know. It was originally a shrine to Tempest, the god of war. And it was, if you can decide to divulge this if you want to or not, but it was kind of built during the savage wars between Good Mead and Dugan's Hole, during which Redwaters got its name.
Yes, that's the lake.
So what does your standard worshiper of Tempest look like? Are they people you like want to avoid interacting with because they're gonna like murder you? I'm not sure.
I guess.
So, Miafina, you would know that they're not necessarily a practicing religion for Tempest right now here. It's a kind of a relic of a building that people go to venerate.
Kind of like a transition space of sorts.
Okay.
Like, you know, it's co-workers, like a lot of people spend time there.
Is it also a mead hall?
Do they?
No, that's a
That's
different
the
building.
mead hall.
Do
Yeah,
they
there-
host Alcoholics Anonymous there?
A couple different things, yeah.
Okay.
There's no such thing as alcoholics in the north.
Everyone is here. It's how you make it stay alive.
So as you're chatting and you've kind of been getting closer and closer,
Yeah.
the door to the Shrine of the Flaming Sword kicks open, and a man exits, a dwarven man with his hood down, big, voluminous red hair and a big red beard. And he says, one second here.
Out of which building?
Out of the shrine,
The
out of
shrine.
the religious building.
Yeah, he looks like a flaming sword worshiper.
Yeah, and he says, I've paid my respects to Speaker Hillsborough, and I have to say, Good Mead was protected by his strength, and that's what we need here, is strength. And he seems to be talking to the town at large.
Yeah.
And he says, that's why I'm putting my name into the running for Speaker. And you do well to support me. I can keep us safe, as the woodcutters here have done for years. Strength did well for us, and strength is what we need. And he kind of pushes up and shoulder checks one of the people in the group that was heading towards the building, and that woman you now see lowers her hood.
And you, Miafine, would recognize your pal Olivessa as she turns around, and you all see a middle-aged, sturdy built woman with braids going down either side of her head. Froth, it's not strength. It's not his strength that saved the town, and you know that. What we need is someone to organize things and take care of things. We don't need just brute strength to solve all the problems.
Right, well, you keep your organizing and see if that Verbeeg stops terrorizing this town. If you want to get rid of him, you'll select me for Speaker. And him and an entourage of about 4 or 5 other stout men and women follow him off as they kind of stomp off to the outskirts of town.
You know, in my experience, the people making decisions and the people punching the bad guys should not be the same people.
I would agree.
Yeah. Just saying.
Can I go up to
Like the
Olivessa?
confidence.
Olivessa? I know her, right?
Yeah, she's good house.
Yeah, I think I just scurry up to her. Yeah, sorry, I jumped off the cart and just.
Excuse me.
Olivessa? It's Miafina.
Yeah. Hey, Miafine.
It's what happened just now?
Oh, well,
Froth is going off again about something that.
Well, when you were gone, a Verbeeg came into town and it disrupted an order. It took off with a couple of kegs, and everybody is arguing about who should run for Speaker now. Froth, of course, is brute strength as always and wants to lead the town by force. And
Oh, because the old Speaker died.
yes, defending the mead. Yeah, yeah.
Bummer.
Honorable way to go.
I think there's a second time.
His if you would like to help pay respects, it's just inside the temple here. I was gone my way myself. I don't know what to do. Everyone in town wants me to run for speaker, and I know I can, but I don't want to. I've got enough going on right now.
Don't
So
bring
while
that.
this
You could
discussion
run
is
for
happening,
speaker.
her friends kind of all nod and like kind of notice that, oh, okay, this is a group of people she's comfortable with, all right, and then they kind of leave and they start going into the shrine.
I'm not
Are
a
we all
politician.
together?
Are you not?
No, I'm a holy man.
Usually those two go hand in hand.
I would deign to. I would disagree. I think that religion has no point in politics.
But you like to speak to
Yeah, to help
crowds of people, and
Does not a doctor like to heal people? You're very chatty for someone so driven to the sword.
Sword speak too.
Well, would you care to pay respects with me, Neathena?
Yes. My friends are just here parking the vehicle. I think they'll be. I think about saying the
Can't see
word
the lines,
fine,
there's too much
and then
snow.
I realize they might not be fine, but I'm like, they'll be along. And then
Go
I
then.
head in with Olivessa
Do they have lodging at the
quietly, just
Mead
like
Hall?
her shadow, like
I
normal.
don't know. We could check. I haven't been to Good Mead yet.
Perhaps you can park our carriage.
Oh, yeah. That was my plan. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only parallel parking here, though. So.
Oh, well, I'm
Yeah,
pretty good
well,
at
it doesn't
that.
matter. We
that?
can't see
You don't
anything.
need like a sign man?
So as you guys are kind of gathering, getting the cart parked and put into place or whatever, Miafine and Olivessa go in. They pay their respects. She leaves a little offering. And then
First, as you go, are you following them into the shrine? So as you enter the shrine, you are hit with a wave of warmth. These buildings are kept far warmer than the ones you experienced in Bryn Shander, and for good reason. Because now the source of the humming you're hearing from the town, the buildings, becomes apparent. As in the corners of this building, there are what appear to be hives, beehives. Where the honey to make the mead is collected and gathered.
I knew this.
And there is a roaring fire in the hearth to keep the room warm, as well as several candles giving kind of a somber light. And in the middle of this room, there is a slab of a table with a giant of a man laid there, like 7 foot tall, very big, burly man.
That's not
probably
Suffolk,
in
is it?
his late 40s. No, not Suffolk at all. Kind of ruggedly handsome, not necessarily clean. He's scarred. He's looks like an outdoorsman.
Fascinating.
he was handsome.
are you guys? You're following
Yeah,
all
for
of us
sure.
in.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I would. As long as it's going to probably take some time for us to park the cart, but
So.
afterwards.
Yes.
Hey, just a little bit more. Come on.
Don't, not too close.
Abby? Come on. It's okay.
We don't have insurance, so
Oh my God.
And there is a somber
experienced
atmosphere in
the
here
ride.
as well, as the other people have now taken their hoods off and are bowing their heads, giving a moment of silence for their former speaker.
I shall do the same in respects when I enter.
See, I will remove my absurdly long hat and make it into just a scarf.
Does it look like you can tell how he died? Did you say that already?
Yeah,
Or I don't know.
well, you can make a medicine check based
I was
on...
like, I don't think you were.
The
around for
body's
that
been
part
kind
the
of dressed for funeral,
Oh,
but
never
like
mind.
you can kind of use your battle skill to try to understand.
Or if I wasn't there, it's okay.
No, I mean, you would have been. You were actually kind of told by Hlen when you were given, because this is your cover story, is to be investigating this, right? Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention at the beginning, is that you guys have also been told that while your cover story here is to investigate the Verbeeg attack, also she had already sent a man named Arten Glanhig here to help the speaker with the Verbeeg problem. And so that's kind of, she also wanted you to check in with him as well.
Is
This before this
do I
speaker
know
died?
this person? And
Yeah, Arten was sent before the speaker died.
And the speaker died recently.
And the
we haven't
speaker
heard from
just
Arten.
died, yeah,
Oh, when
recently,
did you
probably in the
see
last couple of days.
And we haven't heard from Arten.
No.
is he a capable man based on what I know?
Who?
Arton?
Well, supposedly you've never met him before.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hlyn sent him, so
He's in the employ of
I've heard he's
your
rather dull.
boss.
I got a
You
19.
hear he's rather dull.
On.
Did you say medicine?
Oh yeah.
19.
I hope he's strong.
Yeah. So based on the description of the fight and what you see here, there are the way that the clothing falls on his body, because he's not in armor while he's being laid here, and by the description of the fight, this man took 3 giant spears to the chest.
Oh my god.
And paying attention to his size and the way he's been described, I mean, he probably fought his way all the way to the 3rd stab.
I'm gonna share that with all of you. That it looked like he
As
did
you
so.
guys stand kind of a little bit back, giving your
Take down my
respects,
for the first time.
you watch Olivessa walking forward a little unsteadily, kneeling next to the body and leaving an offering. And then when she turns around to come back to your group, specifically to Mia Fine, you can tell that she's in tears, like crying.
And like,
Right. Well,
if there's anything we can do, or anything I look around, you've heard that might be inconsistent with.
I think it's best if we talk outside.
Sure. Probably a good idea.
I think I catch someone's eye and I just nod and I kind of continue out. So I'll be right back.
We were given
Vibes.
a description of Arton, correct?
Black hair.
Yeah, just kind of a loose
Handsome
description.
dude.
He was a
Can
dwarf.
I just have a look around the area or in this room just to see?
Yeah. Nothing.
I know Sefik, right? So I could probably keep an eye out too.
You've seen Sefik before, yeah. No Sefik.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'll just passively,
Yep.
whenever I enter a new area, I'll kind of do a once
Gotcha.
over.
Can you remind me though, just because
I'll
there's a
try to
thousand things
remember to
going
say
on?
it.
Yeah. But and I'll try to remember too. But yeah, definitely no Sefik in this room. Looking for Arton. The big thing for Arton is Hlyn mentioned a goofy hat that he wears to kind of identify him. Supposedly it comes to a point with a little puffball on top.
Sure.
No hat. No dwarves
Okay,
in this room.
sounds good.
Is there an offering table, or is it just in front of him where the offerings are made?
Yeah, just in front of him.
Okay. Before we head out, because we're all heading outside to talk with her, right?
I think Mia Fine is going alone at the moment because she gave us a nod.
Okay. I'll take a second. I'm going to pull out a candle from my bag, light it. I'm going to sit down on the offering table and say a few words by myself, and then I'll leave.
Can you give me a wisdom check?
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch you do that for
First
a
roll.
moment and then leave.
No! Okay. It's not so bad, actually.
Wah, wah.
Just straight wisdom. Straight wisdom is a 12. Wait,
Yeah.
that's a 6. No, it's a 9.
Okay. So you light this candle and you set it kind of up with the other offerings and the other candles, and you concentrate on your god and you breathe. And as you do, it's hard to tell if this is real or if this is just part of your meditation, but it feels like the light from your candle gets a little bit brighter and a little bit warmer as you feel like your prayer to the morning Lord is being heard.
Nice. Grace and peace. I leave. Is he grievously wounded? Like, just horrible?
You can't see because they put clothes, they put new clothes on it.
They
so
had to,
that
like,
it's
put
not
a
like,
smock
yeah.
on it.
But there are like, I mean, it's not smooth.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Okay.
Mia Fine, did you leave with your friend?
Yeah, I think I'm used to being like her shadow. I think she keeps me safe from a lot of prying eyes in town, so I just follow quietly behind Olivessa.
With that, Olivessa will kind of lead you outside and will be in kind of front of the temple and stop. And she'll slump and find a seat on either the front steps or just next to the building and kind of lean up against it. Did you come back in town for work, or?
Actually, Hlyn sent us.
asked us to peek about and keep an eye out for what happened with the Verbeeg.
Well, I mean, he took off with the mead, and now we have to make more. But of course, it's not the fastest process, and I still got kegs to build.
The bees are behind, and
But he was such a good man. I don't know. I don't know if I can replace him, but we have to get rid of this Verbeeg.
Yes. Artin, have you seen Artin recently? He was supposed to.
Right. Hlyn sent Artin to.
Right.
Hey, I saw him go up there, but I haven't seen him since.
Where did the attack occur?
Well, the attack itself was in town. Artin went up to the Verbeeg's housing, I guess.
Well, the old Verbeeg Hill. The north.
Yeah, he's got a cave up in the hill, just that way. She points. There's a hill up there. Your adventuring crew looks fairly capable. I didn't realize you joined a group.
I don't really know that.
You don't.
I don't really know.
For the purposes of the private conversation, can you guys? We'll say that you guys are still inside because there's something else I want to address with the group that's inside before you exit.
Okay.
So let's give these guys just a couple of minutes, and then we'll get back to you, and then you can join and eavesdrop if you want.
Do you think your new companions? Do you think they could handle the Verbeeg problem?
Well, some of them could, but others might die.
I don't want anyone else to die, but
It's okay. It happens. I pat her on the shoulder.
So while this is happening, the rest of you are inside. Anybody who wants to make an insight check on the people paying respects.
Hell yeah!
Insight.
Gosh, dingus,
Hell
we want
yeah.
a dice jail.
22.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's your roll. 15.
Aw.
Oh, it hurts.
I got an 8.
This is insight?
Yep.
Okay, plus
You don't know
5.
shit.
Yeah, plus 5.
I don't need to know anything.
13. Okay.
Just
So,
for the-
I'll tell you anyway.
Okay.
let me pull up
everyone
the things
but
that we
Carver.
But yeah, so we have the names mixed up. I just realized that. So folks at home, Nathan's not Timmel. He's Razmir. That's flipped around. We'll fix that later.
You guys have to switch spots right now.
My bad. You guys have to switch spots right now. It's okay. People will live. But everyone except for you two. So you two kind of get this feeling that this is sad. This is very sad, and everybody's sad. This must have been a very beloved leader of the town.
Okay.
The other two, Brynja and Boone. There's more than just grief here. There is worry and anxiety, and a lot. From what you guys know of Good Mead, their entire economy is based on mead sales, and if this Verbeeg is stealing the mead and stopping the shipments, town's in trouble. A lot of trouble, particularly during the Rime.
You get any vibes? What's going on?
Well, near panic.
Well, it's certainly not good.
Yes.
The main export is being taken, so
Same problem as before.
everyone's a little on edge.
Yes,
We get to the iron, back to the iron blades. We get the mead back to Good Mead.
And we could probably help Mia Fine's friend become the new speaker if we just say that we were hired by her.
True.
Solve
I
the
know,
problem.
Rime spoke so passionately. The one about strength.
Yeah, no, I
interested
think
in
I
learning
stand
more
by my
about
statement. I don't know if I'd want Brynja to be a leader either. No offense, you're very strong.
Having that voice on the council can be useful, but
Well.
maybe not guiding.
If you're saying
would
this
say
out
that's
loud,
correct.
when you say Brynja, 2 or 3 of the people paying their respects kind of look up and look over.
Can we clock it?
Yeah, do I
Perception
clock
check.
it? My passive is 18.
Yeah, you clock it.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
17 about it.
Your passive is
20.
18?
Yeah.
It's a 17.
Yeah, you guys are all kind of talking, and as you say the name, you notice like a couple people look up, and then notice that they've been eavesdropping, and they go back
Got
to
some
their
fans.
fans.
Interesting.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, perhaps we should talk outside.
I think
Yes, perhaps we should.
that's
So
probably best.
you exit the building, and you see your friend Mia talking with her friend. Seem like they're coming to some sort of a bonding moment. Yeah.
Okay.
They seem close.
Mia, do we need an introduction?
These are my companions. We've been protecting and mitigating services. I turn
People.
around to the group to like confirm,
Yeah, that's
and then I turn back to.
Protection and mediation.
And I, like-
The title's a work in progress.
No, it's not.
This is Boo. He's a smaller.
Hi.
Brynja,
Nice to meet
I
you.
think you've perhaps
Hello.
met. Olivessa.
He's a
she's.
smaller.
This is Razmir.
Yeah, that's right. You got it
That's
right.
right. And
Don't bring a Landris.
We've known each other for 2 days.
we met in a
No,
bar.
we've known each other for like a week.
How did
Oh, that's right. We did
in a
know
bar.
each other for
how did
that
you
week.
two meet?
That is a good
I
question.
am from this town.
I've
Right, but-
been in this town my whole life.
Well, I'll
So
get
you're
around if you
all
want to drink. I mean, I don't know if you're
Friends?
in the market for mead, but wait, is the mead hall still open? I heard of your predicament.
It's still the middle of the day.
Well,
So as you're talking, you actually
Good start.
hear yelling.
No?
Someone's yelling from the woods.
Behind us?
And it
Not
no
again.
well outside of town, like just outside of town, you hear yelling, and what as it gets closer, you start to hear running footsteps,
I think I
There's
look.
running
And-
coming from the crotch.
and out of the crotch, yes, and out of the tree line,
I can't with you today.
Out of the crotch!
yes, out of the crotch, a figure in cold weather clothing lurches out of the woods into plain view, running as fast as he can through the deep snow. Slung over his back are a pair of animal traps, one of which has a panicked fox, and he is yelling and waving and stumbling and as fast as he can
Who's this
running into
person?
town. It's
I
figure in
look
cold
at-
weather
Do you know
clothing.
this person?
I look at Olivessa. What is her general surprise and can I get an insight check? Like, I just want to see what her reaction
I'm
is,
like
and then
pulling
that'll determine.
drawstrings. I'm like,
Could I look at the person running and see if while you're doing that to see if I can tell who they are?
You can make a history check, I guess.
History check. Okay.
She
yeah, roll an
cons-
insight.
Is like, is she concerned? Is she like, oh no, not again? Like, how does this happen? 14.
14. You do see her shoot up and immediately look over, but when she realizes it's just like a humanoid-sized figure,
It's like
she
less.
relaxes a little bit, but she's also like a little leery. She's concerned on what's happening.
Yeah.
Um,
7.
I think she is dealing with enough right now. I'll just like, yeah.
That's quite the fox you have there, friend.
Oh, that's
So he's still kind of running towards
Yeah.
town, but if you say
Oh, okay,
that
if he's not close
he
enough.
kind of trips and
I
falls
shout.
in the snow and he gets back
how
up.
far out is he?
I'm gonna shout it.
Well, I mean, he's in the town now, but he's full on running for whoever's standing outside, which you happen to be the only people.
That's a nice fox.
He's going, help, please.
over here.
Sir.
Are you being chased? What's going on?
And he starts, as he's like recalling what it just happened to him, he starts to gag and
Oh.
almost fall.
Oh, all right.
I wanna
All
cast-
right.
Detect good and evil.
Okay, go ahead. Can you read me the description of that?
Yes.
I think it just tells you a line.
For the duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you can know if there's a place or object within 30 feet. I'm going to get close enough where this goes off right around him.
Okay.
Now, glow for a second.
Yeah. And you glow and you search and you receive no feedback. Except from your
That's fine.
your
I
pal
made
who
peace
you
with that.
always get a little bit of
So, Mystery Woodsman, what do you need help with?
Sorry.
Gotta keep it up.
Fef. Yes, Fef Oren. That's my
Faf?
name. Fef.
Fef.
Fef?
Fef.
Fef.
Yes, my name is Fef.
What is it, Fef?
Yes, I was trapped, woods,
Fox.
dead.
What?
Dead.
You
The
found
militia for dead. All 5 of them that went after the Verbeeg. They're dead.
How far out is this?
Oh, it's one second. I don't know. It's
10 feet.
deep in the woods.
Deep in the woods!
I don't quite remember how far, but there's a pile of bodies and they've been brutally killed.
Not eaten?
Excuse me, and he kind of hoofs and slings those traps again, and the fox kind of yips as it like scampers, and he starts to make his way to the meat hall.
I think as he walks away, I'm gonna kill the fox.
You're gonna kill it?
Well, it has like a broken leg and
It's
died.
so
right?
make a medicine check if you want to know if its leg is broken, but it is still fully alive.
If you give it non-lethal damage, you'll just spread it dying on it.
But-
It could be unconscious.
It's for food, right?
What if it's a ranger?
It's in a trap.
Oh, he's gonna sell it. He's gonna sell the pelt. He's a trapper.
Well, why is he letting it suffer? I'm just gonna.
I think he got a little preoccupied with, the dead body.
I'll take that
But
fox off
the-
you.
The screaming fox is.
Fox?
Yep, here.
How much,
Well-
Jeff?
Uh,
Sorry, fair.
he looks at all of
How
you.
much, Jeff?
He looks at all of his eyes like dart from face to face, and he goes,
I'm gonna smile.
1 gold.
Okay.
Wow.
Keep
Oh,
it.
surely, Fef. I mean, it's...
I don't know where my gold is. There it
Could pay a
is.
whole gold for a fox.
1 gold it is. I give it to you.
Just a
All right.
We can catch
And he
fox.
puts the trap on the ground. He opens up the snare, and the fox quickly scrambles out of it, nurses its leg a little bit, kind of figures out that it can get its footing,
I'll
and
pull
it
rations
starts
from
to
my bag and
hop a little
put it
bit.
on the ground.
It actually comes right up and eats your rations, and then yips at you.
All right. Well, you're mine now. So thank you so much. In the cart we go.
Another mouth to feed.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you putting the
Do
fox
we
in
have
the
a
cart?
fox now?
I just thought rather not kill it.
Well,
What does the fox say?
Okay. All right. That's interesting.
so
feed
it's
him.
not up on the hill,
For long enough.
but it's in the woods. That's what we just
So
learned.
the hill she pointed at was in the woods.
Oh, okay. Well, we still got a lot of
I
daylight
want to put
left.
the fox in my hood, in the back of my hood.
Well, there is no daylight, but you have time before you would need to sleep, if that's what you mean.
How's everybody feeling?
I'm gonna feed it rations and put
I'm
it in
not
my
sure
hood.
if going
It sits
directly
right up there.
Well, if, well,
after them would be the
Fur-lined.
wisest.
investigating the bodies would be a good idea.
It would, but
I'm kind of interested in the, and I'm going to try to be very quiet as I say this. I'm very interested in how adamant that one red-headed dwarf was. That if he was the speaker, the Verbeeg would stop.
Should we get a glimpse of what the city thinks? Maybe
I think
eavesdrop
that
in the
might
mall?
be a good idea. Let's get some scuttlebutt before we get too far ahead of ourselves.
I kind of see what you're saying, but based on the wounds that the last speaker had, and then based on the size of that guy who was just yelling a lot, I think he would have died too. I'm pretty sure I would have died as well.
You guys ran up to meet the guy, right, coming out of the woods.
Yeah.
So all of us finally catches up to you
Yeah.
guys, watching the guy walk past, and she goes, "That was strange. What was he on about?
He sold us a fox, but
Yeah, the Verbeeg killed all his friends.
yeah,
Yeah,
those
Did he
don't-
price gouge you?"
well, probably, but also his friends were
go
dead,
pay for
so
it. So
it felt like kind of a, mercy thing. We gave him a gold. He saw those dead bodies.
He gets ale.
Dead bodies?
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I put another hand on her shoulder. I'm like, hey, we got 5 more dead in the woods. It's we'll take
The militia?
Yes.
Is that
I
what they
hope
were?
they weren't. Did you know any of them?
did you only have 5
Well,
militia?
yeah. Artie from
Oh, Artie.
the man that Flynn sent. He took some of the militia and went to Verbeeg.
I'm gonna cross out her name on a notebook.
He only took 5.
Well,
Probably should have taken more, but
we can take a look.
That's
Perhaps
where I count our group.
bring their.
We have one less than they had, so I'm kind
I
of a little
think
concerned.
Deborah's
Deb
pretty
counts.
fearsome.
Oh, that's true. We got.
And we've got Pamela too.
Do you
Yeah,
think a
Pamela,
Verbeeg would walk so plainly in the city, or do you think we're safe amongst people?
The story you heard about the speaker dying happened in town.
Oh
Right.
God, okay.
Yeah, they flipped a shipment.
I got an
down.
idea.
I say we go to the brewery because isn't that where everybody is
Here's
anyway?
the deal, right? What if we just set a trap?
I would also like to remind everybody that, based on our experiences in Brinchander, there is also a undead element that is currently festering within the region, and if we wait too long, we might not be able to investigate the dead bodies because they might not be there anymore.
Okay, so what are you hoping to learn from
Well,
the
I'm
Verbeeg
interested to-
murdered dead body?
We don't
If
know
we're going
that.
to talk, let's do it inside.
Well,
I
that was
agree
a
with you
witness.
for once. Let's.
He said he found the bodies, not that he saw the Verbeeg kill them.
I'm gonna start ushering people into them.
I think I'm gonna help you do
Alyssa,
that.
would you like
Let's.
I just don't know if we should put
I
ourselves
pull out,
in the
like,
same
rations.
situation that the previous dead were in.
Thank you.
Come on, we can speak
I
of
would
the
like
dead
to see
inside.
the bodies.
Let's talk
Let's-
inside.
Let's go to the mead place.
Well,
like
I
that.
have work to do, but
Okay.
if you all can find the Verbeeg and help in any way,
You know,
Would
you've
you like a
heard of all
drink?
the attacks. You know what the extent in which this Verbeeg has ravaged the city, right?
well, as of right now, it's only been the one attack. It's just taken the mead, but
But you know of the militia and where they were stationed.
well, the militia went with Artie to go get the mead back from the Verbeeg.
If you have all the information, why don't you talk with us?
Well, Alyssa has many meetings. Her time is very important. I don't want to hold you up if I know you're.
I do
dealing
have a
with,
lot of work to catch up on so that we can get this mead out. I'm just hoping that we can, make the shipments actually stick this time.
Yeah.
Brynja, give me a survival check.
So, were we told that it attacked during the preparations for a shipment when they were moving the barrels to the cart?
Well, they were putting the barrels on a dog sled. Yeah, that was the
Yep.
story.
Wait,
they were
okay.
given.
I mean, last time it worked fairly well, but do you think that maybe we should accompany the people who are moving the mead, transferring it?
That's an
We
idea.
could try.
If the
I was
Verbeegs are
thinking-
attacking the caravan, then it would help if we were
We
there.
set a trap.
I was
Right.
thinking, yeah,
Take
we just
fake mead.
we just pay the people to do the same thing that they always do. We hold up in one of the buildings and shoot it from the windows.
Well, what better building than the cart itself?
Well, we don't want to be next
cart
to the
can be
thing that can
crushed.
crush your body with its hands.
Are they that big?
Yes, they're giants.
Oh, Verbeeg.
I want to stay
Haha.
away from it as much as possible.
Well, if you don't mind, I have many days of work yet to do, so
Thank you.
It was nice meeting you.
you as well.
If you need extra help with the caravan, I mean, we're always around. Let us know.
Right, I'll see if I can call you back in a few days.
Your survival check.
11.
11. Even with an 11, you would know that. So you, as you're kind of scanning the outdoors before you head inside the mead hall, the trail of him coming out of the woods is clear, but the snow is starting to fall.
We don't have a lot of time.
We have an
Well-
extremely limited time to investigate these
It-
bodies.
The
Who
trail
wants
is
to go where
pretty-
they were? Who wants to go to the dead bodies? Because I'm not entirely convinced I want to go to where the previous people got murdered.
I'm tapped.
The trail is clear right now and it's starting to snow. If we do want to check the bodies, we will have to do it now.
We also know what happens
Or skip it.
with ill-prepared investigations.
I agree.
I could go a bit further. I'll go with you, Brynja,
Do you want to go?
if
I
you
would
just
go
want
as
to look a
well.
little
Who
further.
We have to go together.
who was
I suppose we don't have
specialized
to.
at being quiet? Because if we do a small group, then we
I'm
might be able to
fairly
go there and
adept at it.
back without worrying about.
We could have some of us look for Artin and maybe some lodgings for the
Arson
night, and
went
then
with
another.
the group that's dead.
Perhaps
We
we, could
shouldn't,
get his diary off
We
his body
shouldn't
or
leave,
something.
separate, though. What happens if the same creature that felled 5 men of your stature
Well,
comes to kill just you two.
we'll go quick. We'll just do a quick little.
I mean, it doesn't matter how fast or slow it happens. It matters if you get crushed in the woods, right?
I'm not entirely convinced that investigating the bodies is worth
Helpful.
the risk.
I've had one flash with death today.
Because best case scenario, we find out that the Verbeeg didn't kill them, and it was something else. And worst case scenario, we just learn what we already assume is correct.
Which is there's a Verbeeg in the woods.
Yes, which is that they're just dying from the
And
thing
we
that's killing people.
ran into it.
There are also other things in the woods, so maybe tomorrow, morning, night, morning.
Because if we do learn that it's not the Verbeeg, then what? Then are we
Okay.
hunting something
No,
in the
Then
woods?
we're just
Something
tampering
else.
with another.
What is a Verbeeg?
It's
Does anyone know exactly
it's
what
a
it is?
giant.
It's a giant.
a
It's
giant.
a smaller
I
giant.
also don't know.
Like that one we saw the other
They're
day.
like purple.
It's
sort of,
smaller than the one we saw yet.
sort
It's
of
a type of
egg.
It's a
giant.
type of giant.
It's kind of the runt of
Kinda
the giants.
Okay.
Nasty.
I assume I know, but like Amber
Ever
doesn't know
smelled
what that
mold?
is.
They smell like mold.
They're kind
They
of like
smell
they're kind
gross.
of like
Well, I
what
see
you would
people.
imagine a like
Okay,
Lord of the
okay.
Rings troll
I see people
to
whose
be.
spirits need lifted. So
So, point of clarification. Olivessa pointed in a general direction, but she didn't know exactly where it was, and the militia was kind of sent out to find where it is.
Okay.
Because that's the direction that the Verbeeg came from. So, them being killed in the woods
Kind of marks a halfway point.
Well,
could
they were
or could
they were
not
looking
be.
for it. So
Yeah.
the whole reason I wanted to point that out is because you don't have to follow this trail, but no one in town knows where it's from. So you'll have to search for it. If
We
you
do
want.
know where it likes to go, which is towards the mead.
I mean, well, the question is then: do we want to encounter this beast now, or do we want to sleep and encounter this beast tomorrow on our own accord?
And who wants to walk towards it instead of it walking towards us?
Right.
Because
only
we
thing
already
is-
know that all the people are dead, so there's no reason to go try to rescue them.
And the people are here.
The only thing is there is a storm, and the bodies will get covered, and so will the trail. So we can't exactly go see it tomorrow.
No.
So we either go see it now or we don't go see it at all.
Personally,
It's a clear decision.
the
Maybe we
easy
should
way to
vote?
go would be to work with the community here to set a trap.
I mean, there's an odd number of us. Let's put it to a vote.
Maybe somebody knows where it is. Maybe there's a trapper in town.
All right, so who wants to go now?
Sexy ranger.
Votes for now.
Atta girl.
The slowest hand raise in the world!
Okay,
Now always is.
I was
I'm
going to
gonna-
ask you to sneak out anyway.
Let's
I'm gonna go
then.
unhook that axe beaks. We'll take them too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We'll just do quick, nice, and we don't have to go if we see other tracks.
We go quietly and we attempt to
We
stay
get
out of
in,
sight
we
as
get
best
out,
we
we
can.
don't engage with things we don't need to engage with. We just look.
Yeah.
That's all.
Can we?
I'm sorry. Did you tell Olivessa who you were looking for, besides Arton?
I did not mention
Okay.
Sefik.
I just was
actually.
checking.
I could have, but Sefik.
That's the reason we're here.
Sefik, who is a guard for Torg's Traveling Mercantile.
Okay, yeah.
Sure,
Didn't mention that.
Just
Can we
want to
take a short
remind
rest
you.
before we leave.
The guard.
Yeah, we can do that.
That's like an hour.
If
Was
I
it
look
say
at
that
the
we had
snow-
done that on the way?
We
Yeah.
would have done that.
We would have been just
traveling.
traveling.
That's
We
fine with me.
We
did
can
travel for
say
6
you guys
hours.
can benefit
I
from
just
a short
wanna- I
rest
just
from the
wanna get
travel, from this discussion. Yeah.
Wait, we were traveling for 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, you got a long
Were you
rest.
passed out on the?
You weren't passed out though. You were talking after about an hour of travel.
Okay.
I was trying to sneak a long rest in there.
Okay, no long rest.
Just like standing in the back.
I'm
sweat,
sorry,
with your
Miss
eyes
Connery.
open, like-
Unlimited Eldritch Blast? Are you sure? Sorry, do you need a rest?
Sleeping, you
You get,
slept.
you get your spell slots back on a short rest.
Do I?
Yeah,
You do, for sure.
You sure do.
I am.
Yeah, who does it well?
Where is? I'm so good at math.
D&D
Okay,
is
okay.
That's a 12.
Ooh, I want to. Yeah,
Let's
at
go.
least I'm gonna roll my
Just
hit
wanna
dice
say-
for
I need
sure.
a 10. Thank you.
that because you were the last one to vote, I will be blaming you if there's a team wipe.
Oh yes, it's your fault.
Oh wait, I'm at full hit points.
I mean, Phoenix, like, people die.
I'm actually thinking it's probably better to die today than it is to die tomorrow.
Better to die today.
Better to get it out of the way early, right?
Yeah.
Today,
I don't have the same sentiments as you, but
I just want to get paid.
I'll do too.
I mean, if
think
the night
this
ends
is hard to
tomorrow,
say,
I just want to get it done and I want to get paid.
so I'll
That's
live
all.
for tomorrow.
well, you got to be alive to get paid.
We have a
So-
philosophical
You have
discussion.
to be
as
alive
we-
to use the money too.
You've all benefited from a short
Okay,
rest.
that's after,
What are you doing?
Leaving to the
yeah.
trail, right?
Following.
I'm gonna take off walking towards the trail.
So the trail goes into the woods.
Sure.
You will not be able to take the wagon.
No,
We're
we're
not
going
planning to.
I put on my snowshoes.
I'm gonna saddle up to Razmir and try and be like protected in the back if that's okay, or whoever else is in the back.
I'm just going to be
Who's in the back?
riding Pamela.
I'm going to be keeping an eye out because I'll be riding on the axe peak. I'll be, 11 feet.
I'll be in the front.
Same.
Whatever.
I can be in the front
Okay.
as well, and I'm trying to be very quiet.
Okay.
Also,
And who's following the trail?
Resident
can-
tracker.
Try and help you.
Because the trail is fresh,
You do have.
it will not require a check.
When you're starting
sorry.
to find the trail,
Oh.
can I give you guidance?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Just at the beginning.
Yeah,
But-
we're not.
she
We're
doesn't
actually.
have to roll.
We're actually not going to do a
Oh,
check.
Yeah, we don't.
The trail is pretty clear as he frantically kicked up snow and stumbled his way out of the woods.
Fox
The
blood.
snow is relatively deep, so you can clearly see the path, and you're able to follow it into the woods.
I would like to maintain a danger check.
And stealthy.
Stealth.
Stealth, baby.
Okay, so if we're gonna do stealth, then we all need to roll.
Yeah. Roll,
Also,
roll.
I
we
wanna
got-
be
we got
in
our
the
bird,
back.
Wait,
so-
I want to roll the middle.
What is,
So
did the
everyone
X
knows.
speaks stealth check?
Gonna
They
be
do.
in
Yeah,
the
Pam
back,
got a natural
and I
18.
gotta- You're gone. I'm sorry. We're done with you tonight.
Dang.
Roll your digital dice.
For a 19
Oh,
total.
that's awful.
On
No.
Pamela.
They're so nice.
No.
You can never
can I
drop
just
a digital
use
dice
her
on
stealth
that
as
floor.
mine since
Yeah,
I'm
since
riding
you're just
her?
riding. Yeah.
Seriously?
Deb rolled an
You
11.
have that.
Roll, cracking dice
Okay,
with
so
us in the back.
Deb
We're
swaps
out
every
right
once in a
now.
while.
And I rolled a 24.
Okay.
Also, if you do want my perception check.
I got a
Roll
4.
again, see if you do worse.
That was
That's
the
fine.
worst
Got a
one. I had
4.
a 15 and now it's an 8.
Okay, and then
20.
20,
I said I was in the back. That's what I said. But that's
10. Okay, so
Smile.
while most of you are being fairly silent, Brynja is kind of kicking up snow as she trudges her way along the front of the path. And
teeth chattering.
Timolt is just kind of and sighing and struggling and not used to a cross-country excursion of this sort. Not very comfortable with it. But you do make your way through the woods, and eventually you come upon a small clearing where the trail seems to start. And while the snow gently falls, you can see in the dim twilight a red-stained a field, essentially, and what appear to be 5 bodies with their heads and chests caved in.
Caved in, like.
Can I do a
Can
medicine
we?
check?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I could tell what happened from here, honestly.
19.
This was definitely blunt force trauma. Some sort of club or something has crushed these people.
Okay. With a 19, can I tell the relative size of the instrument used?
I mean, like a great club
Okay.
size is
Too
what
big
I would say.
for like a normal person to wield, I guess.
I would say, I mean, it would be a strong person. They would have to be a big burly thing if it was a normal person.
Could I?
Oh,
sorry.
No, sorry.
Could I try to tell which direction they were attacked from?
Yeah, make a survival check.
Oh, yeah,
And
look for
you
prints.
wanted perception?
Yeah, I think
Look
as,
at the tree line?
as I see
Oh, I'm gonna
these
do the same thing
guys,
as you.
as I see these guys disperse, I think I'm like movement instantly. Is there anything here that isn't
Yeah,
us
that's
right
what
now?
I
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do the same thing.
Do it. Roll. Awesome.
Also, do I see any of it? I already did a check. Never mind. I was going to ask if I can find our guy.
Oh, Arton.
I got an 18.
18,
13.
13,
I got an 8 for a
And it-
natural 1.
and
Wow.
you look up at the sky and go, nice bird.
And then your eyes hurt a little bit.
Shits in your
That's rude.
Okay, and so we had other roles going on, right? You were doing a survival check.
And these two are doing a perception as well. They just
Okay.
didn't
Like
roll a
back to
natural
back.
one.
Okay.
You guys look to the tree line, and you don't see really any movement besides the gently falling of the snow on the tree branches. There's not even, like, animals around.
And then your survival check? Brynja?
It was a 5.
A 5. There's some kicked up snow here. Something happened. Big fight.
Ooh.
Medicine
Yeah.
check, that was high enough that I'm going to even point out to you it's not the same weapon that killed the speaker.
Well, here's the thing, guys. The speaker was killed by a giant spear.
Well, they were thrown spears, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
No one ever said that. No one specified.
No
I
one
didn't say
mentioned that.
Oh.
But
I got
'Cause-
like punctury holes.
Because didn't
That's
you
all I
mention
could
that
tell.
they removed them?
Well, they weren't.
No,
We
they
didn't get to
removed the
see the.
clothes.
We didn't get to see the
They
under
changed
the
him into
smock.
clothes.
Oh, okay.
There were just dents in the body, kind of.
Is one of you up there?
Could I attempt, knowing that information, could I attempt a survival check to see if there was multiple opponents for them, or if it was just one large?
Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check.
Cool.
I'm gonna hop off of Deb,
Debbie?
and I'm going to check the outskirks for anything that
Marduk
was
is going to
leading the
change here
scene.
eventually.
Yeah, make a survival check.
17.
17, and yours was for...
I'm just checking number of opponents. Was
yeah.
there just one large opponent that these 5 were facing,
God.
or were
So-
there
Natural.
multiple?
So you can find lots of humanoid-sized footprints, and as far as you can make out, there's one set of giant footprints, like something very large. In this.
Does it look like that creature took place in the combat, or was this a
Yes.
separate event? Okay.
It looks like part of the scuffle was.
But
Lots
there
of-
was
yeah.
additional footprints outside of the 5.
So that you can't tell how many humanoids there were.
Okay.
Because of how many and the scuffle and the whatever, but you can tell that all of the larger footprints are from the same creature.
Okay.
There weren't like multiple
Alright.
big feet.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Is that the plural of Bigfoot?
He
Big
got
feet.
another natural
Big
one.
feetsies.
Feet. Yeah.
Oh, with your survival
Yeah,
check?
natural one.
You got nothing. But luckily, your friend who has 17 and was looking at the footprints can see that those big feet eventually wander off in a direction.
Okay. Looks like he's headed off in that direction.
Interesting.
Okay.
Where is our group right now in relation to the bodies?
From the outskirts, I'm moving to the bodies.
Going up to
If
the
I would
Someone's-
go right up to
But-
it.
If
Gradually,
someone's
I'm gonna
going up,
start.
I think I will.
I'm gonna check to see if any of them are still alive. at
I'm
all.
looking for Artan's body.
I mean, you can give a
parts.
medicine check. for
That's
that.
what I'm gonna do.
You're looking for what?
Investigate based on your knowledge of what he looks
Natural
like.
one.
Jesus, you two.
Yeah, I've not been.
can I
You
just
swear
say-
one is breathing.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on it.
Oh God.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
Timolt, his bottom half isn't there, so
I
we're
know,
gonna
I know.
let him go.
I'm gonna just bury him with snow, I think.
That doesn't
Are you
help.
sure?
Okay. I think this one looks like what's left of Artan. Oops. My eyes go milky white for a moment. And I add 4 to my roll with a flash of knowledge from a past life. I'm just kidding.
That's fancy.
It's a decent. I'm gonna take a 4. That's not fair.
Oh, do you need dice to roll?
No.
Real alive dice?
No.
I wouldn't
I was just wondering, I'm just curious.
19 investigation to find a bit of Artan.
Looking over the corpses that are laying there, you see that none of them look the way that Hlyn described, and you're definitely not seeing any stupid hat.
Do I find 4 or 5 bodies?
You find 5 bodies.
Do they all have like hats on?
Well, they all were wearing winter garb, so hoods or hats, yes.
And helmets.
And yeah.
But none of them matching Arten.
None of them matching the description that you were given.
Huh.
And there would have been 6 bodies, I think, if he was included in the number.
Looks like we're missing one.
There's definitely 5 pieces of people here.
Well, 6 if that guy's in half.
Yeah,
but...
technically, there's more pieces than people now.
We'll take a bracing breath and then start burying them.
Can I start to, like, follow the tracks that he pointed out that are leading away? Just
Yeah,
I
your
don't
friend
care.
starts going off
Just
down into the
creeping.
woods. Very slowly. Starts meandering her way down the path.
I'm just gonna call out.
Brynja,
Don't go too far, Brynja.
maybe with
I won't, just
with
a
everyone.
second.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go with.
I'm gonna search for something useful
I just want to
on these
see.
bodies.
I have a horrible
Maybe some
feeling about this.
bolts or
Brynja,
weapons,
please
Yeah.
extra blankets, anything that might
I was
help
hoping
stay warm.
maybe they had some gold.
Searching the bodies.
Honestly, gold isn't all that helpful, but it does help a little.
Now's your
Die.
chance.
Loot the
to
bodies.
That would
Men
say-
to die.
They're not gonna need it.
And
True.
weapons and armor.
I think you're up.
So there are between the 5 bodies, there's probably a total of 8 copper, as well
I'll go ahead and
as
grab it. Is there anything useful?
you got 2 short swords and 3 spears.
No wonder why they all died. Okay.
Y'all have crap for years.
They must have bought it from the shop.
Grandpa Raspberry, spitting truth over here.
They bought it from the shop.
You in fact you look at the items and it has the symbol of the black iron blades.
Yes.
I'm gonna look at my crossbow and be like, maybe I won't be so quick to rely on this.
No, for cute.
And about this point, Brynja's probably out of eyesight.
Oh, I'm with her.
From the but
From the rest of
Boone
the
is
group.
with because Boone
they're
has been
fading
going
into the darkness because it's you only got about
Brynja.
60 feet maybe of sight.
I'm not going to the dark woods. I'm staying where I
If it's just
am.
based on
Bury
dark
dead
vision.
people.
Brynja, neither of us have dark vision.
Mine's a little more than that. If it's based on dark vision.
I'm
I would have
Sure, but I mean, it's
actually-
still just shapes that you're seeing, right? You're not. It's not like details.
Well,
so-
it's grayscale,
right.
so I can see detail. I just can't see color.
In my world, you can't see detail after a certain point. It just kind of becomes
After 120 feet, and then for other people it's 60.
right. But I'm the DM, so after a certain point, you start to see them kind of fade.
It's
you
magical
still kind
fade,
of see
right.
them there, but
Brynja,
they're leaving field of view.
Dream rules.
Brynja, please.
I'm just trying to get this over
I
as quickly as
understand. I
possible.
understand. I wanted to.
You're being very loud right now.
I'm not being very loud. I'm being quieter than you.
I'm gonna go get some mead. You can come back when you want. I'm gonna hop on Deb.
Oh, you're heading back to town?
I'm gonna start heading back.
Raspberry, could you wait like at least a minute for them?
I don't understand why you all have a death wish. Why don't we just set a trap for it?
I'm not going to the forest.
We're all going to die.
If we go meet it in its home, of course we're gonna die.
And Brynja, you're still in the front, right?
Oh yeah.
Us two.
I'm
They
still
did it.
behind her.
Sometime.
I've still got like 300 years left,
What do-
and I'm
what
not
do-
gonna end it right now.
So, at about this point, Brynja, you
You're
hear
right. There's some
a in front of you as a tiny little human shape jumps out in front of you, maybe 2 inches, 3 inches high, and hurls a snowball at you. It hits you right in the face. You're shocked. You feel a and that fox takes off from your shoulder and
Oh, I was just
sprints
gonna name you.
down the path towards the little shape and runs up and starts circling right in front of you, Brynja. The little shape walks up, the little person walks up to the fox and bows.
I'll follow the fox.
The fox bows back, and the little thing jumps on top and rides the fox.
Wait.
And leads you, seemingly leading you, beckoning further down the trail.
I'm gonna follow.
Okay, here we go.
I'll start walking in the woods.
I was
Oh, you
hoping
guys just
me
here.
leaving was going to draw more attention from my group, and after I realized I'm left alone, I'm like, I can't make any money if all of them are dead. So,
You guys just
I'm
hear
gonna go
from
back.
Boone way ahead.
What the fuck?
as he just clutches onto the back of your coat.
And he's like, okay, I guess we're going.
You're locked
And then I
out,
whistle.
drooping in the
I just
snow.
whistle for Pam. And off we go.
You've trained Pam in 2 minutes to respond to 2 minutes. 2
I trained
days
a fox in 3
to.
seconds.
That's
No.
plenty of time.
The birds are trained already.
Yeah.
They know sit.
They're trained birds,
and
right?
Stay.
For
Yeah.
riding and
Okay,
like
sure.
carts.
All right.
Acrobatics.
Brynja, now that you kind of recovered from being hit in the face with a snowball, you started to sniff a little bit, and the snow that poofed in your face kind of starts to tickle your nose, and you sneeze, and you realize that you have been blessed by whatever this creature is, and you receive a charm of animal conjuring.
Fucking cool.
What? What
It's
is?
a charm of animal conjuring. You can look it up.
Don't go out in the snow, Carver said. Don't follow the strange
It is
things,
essentially a
Carver said.
one-use kind
Don't
of
get
spell.
the cool
but,
things,
yeah.
Carver said.
Yeah.
It is a lot.
There's still a
I
lot
can
of
look it up for
big
you, too,
guys.
if you'd like.
Okay, you said
roll-
it's charm
roll a
of
rage zombie.
animal.
Sometimes you roll a snowball to the face that
Conjuring,
gives you
okay.
magic
I would
power.
Google search it instead of D&D.
Sometimes
It
a
might
small
be easier to
prince
find
rides
it.
a raid
Okay,
on your
okay.
fox.
Yeah. And you lose the fox.
I do think saving the fox was a
I
good
do
idea.
think-
I do
So
believe that Carver's fox
at
is
this
already
point,
taken.
after the little creature has waved for you for a little
Gonna get
bit,
skinned.
seeing that there isn't an immediate following, it takes off into the woods.
I pick up the pace and try to keep up with it.
Slower,
We're like
please.
behind, right?
Brynja, are we making friends?
We're behind you
I
guys.
said,
Slower,
Just
please.
Slower, please. Yes.
I'm a group up.
actually, no, we can hop on Pam.
So,
Pam with
Yeah,
us.
Pam's with us.
are you full on sprinting after it? Because the
Yes.
fox is.
Yeah, I guess.
So-
or
Wha-
riding whatever's.
We can ride on Pam.
Yeah, Pam outpaces us, so we'll just
Okay,
keep
sure.
walking.
So regardless, it would take you time to get up onto Pam and organize yourselves to start
movement.
chasing. By the time you do, the fox is gone.
Oh, that's a sign.
Little
I think
friend.
we're
That's
following
disappointing.
Brynja at this point.
Hang on.
You said it beckoned you? Did you just mention that?
I didn't say.
Oh.
We haven't even
I
moved
just-
up yet.
Yeah, I was like, I took off running.
Those of
As
you
far as you guys
from
know.
Icewind Dale I think most of you would have understood the commotion of what was going on. You kind of talked about what just happened. Why don't you all make a nature check?
Sure. I can't try to message it, can I?
Is
Do
it
you
if
have
I go
to
into the
know-
direction?
You can try.
Does read message for me?
You point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message. Only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
You can message the fox.
Better than
Uh-huh.
Oops. That's the wrong one.
Little friend, we've lost our
Oops,
way. Where'd
that's
you
the wrong
go?
one.
You hear yip yip back,
Okay.
and it does come back. And the little thing, the little rider, holds up a little spear and goes. And then the fox turns around and starts going down the trail again. This time a little slower.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
We follow.
Look at all
Nature
of you.
check is a.
This is also gonna end bad.
18, 13.
I don't. I'm not from here.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. What were you doing? Nature.
14.
14.
What was it? Nature. Nature.
Yep. Nature.
Nature. 16.
We're going into
16.
nature watch.
So I think
Nature.
Brynja and I keep forgetting your first name, Carver.
Rasmere.
Rasmere.
Carver too, that's good.
Raz.
The
No.
Razzle
Mr.
dazzle.
Mataz.
there are
Right,
stories of revered forest spirits called Chewinga
Ooh.
that are small,
Chihuahuas.
human-looking figures that have been known to appear and bless or trick
Okay.
people of the Icewind Dale.
Do they do both sometimes? Like give a blessing and then
Trick
trick
or
'em?
treat.
So it tends to be either mischief or help.
Sure.
Aren't really a lot of stories of thinking you're getting help and then getting tricked. It's usually it's like a puck kind of a thing. So
sure.
either this spirit shows up and helps, or the spirit kicks your pot over.
So
while
it's like
you're
a
cooking.
risk. I'm gonna.
Generally not seen, and if they are seen, you're lucky.
I'm going to. I don't know if you're behind me or in front, but we're riding Pam.
Ah.
I'm gonna say I think that was a chewinga.
I have no idea what the hell that means.
It's just a spirit that likes to trick and help people. Sorry, you were explaining.
You're on Pam.
No, I'm back to you on
She's
them.
got it. You don't need to mansplain for her.
You're right. I got it.
You don't need to tell her what she needs.
That's a whole lot of unaccepted.
I don't need to tell you to tell her.
She had it. God damn it.
Anyway, the
Okay,
spirit, rarely seen, if seen at all. It's a legend, but that they can be tricky or they can help.
Oh, interesting.
So there's a risk involved, but they might be able to help us in what we're looking
I
for.
like the noise it makes.
Me too, actually.
That was fun.
It's quite pleasant to the ear.
You know what my theory is, right? I think they tricked the guys here. So now we're on the help side. You know, it's like a coin, you know?
Sure.
You're an
Trick and then
intensely
help.
negative person,
And
aren't you?
trick and
He's
help.
always been that way.
Oh, okay.
I mean, when you live in a place
Have to
where like
haggle
your
for
friends
prices.
die every day, it's, you know, it wears on
you
you a
gotta
little
look on the
bit.
bright side.
But
I'm
I
stuck
know,
with you
but-
all forever.
Yes, you will be.
Unless we all die.
You guys are just having this conversation out loud as,
As
you're
we're riding, yeah.
I don't know.
No,
Right,
we're just
follow
going.
I'm trying to
Like,
follow
we
the
keep
phone.
coming
Just
with
messaging between
He's
people.
riding with me, so I thought I'd lean
pace
over and
ourselves.
whisper to
Yeah, we're
him.
riding on the same
What
boat.
a-
Can we all keep pace with the birds? How about we got a team right now?
You two can take Deb, and I will run on foot.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. It's just like, are we walking as a group, or is everyone? Have we
I
met
was
up?
assuming
or
it's
what?
like a trail.
I was
single
like,
file.
those two are probably ahead of you guys by a little bit,
Close to.
at least, because you
You
probably
and I.
tried to catch up with them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say probably
I
took
imagine
like
you're riding in
a
front.
minute
Yep.
for them to
Oh
catch
yeah,
up.
no, absolutely.
I don't want to arrive
I'm just imagining
before our
being
group.
an elf.
Can we
even have
pace
white
ourselves?
hair.
It seems like a bad idea to arrive like single file. Just in my mind, I don't know. I don't want to
Did-
leave the other two
So,
behind.
so you're
No
saying that
flush.
you want to stay back, or you wanted to catch up with them?
I don't want to split.
It's too late
At all.
for that.
So you
Yeah.
wanted to
It's
catch up
happened.
with them.
What about these
You
two?
got a bird,
happened.
so
You
you
gotta
can catch
pick.
up. What we can't is the thing.
I mean,
All right.
they'll be hoofing it.
Are you
They'll
guys
catch up
gonna wait for
eventually.
the walkers? I think that's what the question is, because
No.
you're in the front.
That is
No,
the
they're
thing.
not.
Following the guide.
We don't. Yeah, we're trying to follow.
They
the
slowed down
thing.
for us.
Yes,
They don't
the
even know
guide
what
will
we're running
continue to
for.
slow down if you keep slowing.
Oh, okay.
You've
well,
noticed
we
that
can
now
slow.
it realizes
Then
it
we'll
can't
wait,
just
yeah.
run.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
slow.
wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
It probably just looks like we ran
You're just
off
not
and they
breathing
didn't
at all.
It's just the sound of the
Listen,
air
yeah.
moving
Oh
here.
yeah, just the sound.
breathing for fun.
Yeah.
So you continue to follow this fox and the fox's rider into the forest.
What does the rider look like? Can I tell in the dark?
A trigger.
A chewing.
I hate you.
What does the
Looks like a
chewing
chewing
look
gum.
like?
Chewing it.
Let me look at a picture of one so that I can figure out how to
okay.
describe this to you.
Is it like a
I
Um,
thought you knew.
It's a
I do know.
delicate little human being that
Ooh.
is glowing with a kind of it's not a blank face. It looks like a mask almost.
Okay. Like a Kodama
with a
sort
symbol.
of thing.
Mhm.
Kind of like a
Yeah.
little wisp, Kodama,
Yeah.
little. Oh,
Oh,
okay, cool, nice.
Yeah.
I'm into that. Yeah,
Um,
Super fun.
folklore.
It's-
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
try to make mental notes about our direction and where we're going, so we don't get lost in the wilderness.
Sure.
Roll a survival check.
Okay.
See how good a notes you take.
You got this, Carver. I know you do. Take some Bardic for that.
Starburst.
Oh, you're giving me Bardic?
I'm giving you Bardic.
Okay. 14.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Cool.
So, you continue to follow the fox, follow the trail, and an hour goes by,
Oh shit.
and another hour goes by,
Oh no.
Just what Landris wanted.
No!
and a third hour goes by,
Oh
and soon the rider kind of rears on the fox, and the fox begins to pace back and forth. And as you all catch up with it, you realize that the forest ends, and the trail culminates at a rocky hillside with pines growing around its base. Set into the hill ahead of you are 3 caves. A frozen creek emerges from the west cave, which has a low-hanging mouth. The center cave, an 8-foot-high passage hewn from the rock, is moderately blocked by a tight stand of conifers and 2 massive fallen logs. And the northeast cave has a big, yawning mouth, and flickers of light emanate from within. The tracks of your quarry head to that entrance. So there's 3 to the left. You see a river, like a frozen river, coming out of a cave. In the middle, there's a hole where that's kind of blocked by some trees and some fallen logs. And to the right is the big open one where you see dim light coming from. That's where the trail goes to.
Interesting.
The trail for the fox is footsteps and not
for
giant.
the
No, the giant footsteps.
Big boy.
Because the fox has stopped at the edge of the tree line, and the chewinga is almost humming.
Like the bees?
So, Boone, do you think that this is where we should return and assume that this is what we're looking for?
Oh, I think
can
this
come
is
back.
definitely where we should take the time to head home and sleep,
I agree.
and try again in the morning. Unless,
I'm going to get down off of the bird
and try to walk up to the fox.
So
I'm going to try
keep in
very hard
mind
not to laugh.
that we're at about 7 o'clock at night at this point.
Okay.
It's
It's
3
always
hours
night.
back and then another hour.
Right, but you've been up.
That's true.
Do we need to go to sleep?
You're getting not tired. Not you don't know like I have to pass out right now, but
I will also.
the day's
get out.
wearing.
We want to approach
I'm
the
gonna
little
walk up.
thing. The chewingy. The
Okay.
chewini.
Okay, you approach it.
Excuse me, friends. Do you know of a place that's safe for us to sleep?
And he thrusts his spear at the cave, and he thrusts it into the ground very violently, and then he goes.
Yes, I would like to end that giant's life as well. However, we are very, very tired. We've had a long day, and we need to sleep before we can do that safely.
Make a persuasion check.
Gladly.
Being very straight.
Yeah, the bard.
Can I assist
Love
him
it.
by
I
petting
love
the
it.
fox?
So cute.
Yeah!
fox say?
Sure. Cool.
Yay! I'm gonna pet the fox.
Okay.
26.
26.
That's really good. Level 2.
So it turns back into the forest and begins leading you off the trail.
Okay. Sounds good.
I think he knows a place for us to spend the night.
I'm not here.
Yeah, you are.
What?
We waited
don't
for you
meet
to
up.
wait for you.
The whole group
Oh.
We
slowed
slowed
down,
down
and you were all
enough for you
together.
guys.
I'm here.
Yeah, I think he knows a place where we can rest for the
I
night.
think we should note this and come back to it when
By
we're
all
ready.
means.
Let's follow it. Let's
Okay.
see what happens.
Another probably hour into the forest, you find yourself at a thick copse.
Copse.
It's
Crotch
a crotch
is-
in the forest.
A thick group of trees. That kind of the trees and the brush create almost like a little shelter that you can kind of crawl into and be kind of totally surrounded by brush and tree and sheltered from the wind. There's a little spot where you could potentially build a fire. And as you make your way in there, the fox rears up on its back legs and the chewinga goes, and they bolt off into the forest.
All right, goodbye.
Thank you.
I do send a message.
Thank you.
You get a that.
Thank you for everything.
Well, I'll be damned. Never thought I'd see one of those
Today's
in
been
my
really
lifetime.
I lost to gold.
Yeah.
Why would you even pay a gold?
I didn't want to see it die. Now I feel like I should
It's
have.
worth a gold though?
Well, actually, I mean,
Well, now it might be.
if it guided us to shelter, I think I'm
It
owed a
got us
gold.
to shelter. It brought us to the
Actually-
giant's lair.
Can I get a tally of everyone who thought that was a bad exchange earlier?
Oh, that was me. I definitely thought that was stupid as hell.
The only stupid thing I thought was going into the woods, not knowing.
Oh no, that was a bad idea.
Well, I suppose now we're even because you wanted to get off the cart, so.
Well, even's fine with me.
All right, well,
You know, you got to learn from your past experiences.
Shut the fuck up, Carver.
But now we're sitting in a forest spirit hole in the
I
ground
mean, if
Yeah,
they think
with
it's
no
nice.
mead.
It
Yeah.
could be worse.
Well, we're sleeping.
yeah, of course.
Yes, at least.
I mean,
we
unless
can
you want to
sleep.
hike back to town. from this lovely safe space that the spirit showed us.
Is that
I'm
sarcastic?
gonna unroll my
A little
bedroll.
bit.
Why?
Because.
For what reason? After today? I don't know.
Because I'm having fun.
That's just rude.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night.
No fire, no food. Fine.
Sleep tight.
Relentlessly optimistic.
Are any of you keeping watch?
I'm
or
gonna
you
keep
just
watch.
sleeping?
I'll take
first watch.
She
second.
I was like, she could sleep with her
Oh,
eyes
she
open.
can literally take every watch.
I can't.
We don't know that.
Not.
Take a watch.
I'm gonna stay awake with you if that's alright. For a bit.
Yeah,
I
I'll do
just
the
want to
same.
say that
I'll sleep
at
first.
this point, you should just realize you're
tired.
safe with us.
Make a
Mostly.
stealth check real quick.
What a strange
So,
thing to say before bed.
For the whole night, even if people are helping,
That's true.
I'm gonna have Miafine make one perception check.
Miss Miafine, I think you got this, no problem.
Take a bardic, please.
Do you want us to do watches
Girl,
separate?
I love a bardic.
Nope, we're just gonna do one. She'll do one check for the whole night for everybody.
Can she get advantage because we're helping?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's got bardic inspiration.
You've
You
got
don't have to
advantage.
sleep either?
No. I'm just sleeping for. I'm just staying up for the first
Yeah,
watch.
we're just gonna help with the watches.
I can do what I want.
And then my eyes will go back in my head. 5 plus 7 is 14.
Plus,
14!
That was with advantage and bardic
I
inspiration.
said what I said.
Whew. All right.
It was a 1 and a 3.
Yeah. So
Holy God.
while that's not the greatest roll, you are in relative safely in this set of trees, and everyone's being very quiet. Right? There is a sense of danger for you all, and it's fairly easy to stay hidden where you're at. And while forest creatures may come and go, nothing pauses to investigate.
I will say that Boone has absolutely snuggled up to the warmest person he can find.
It's me.
It's kind of hard to be not snuggling with anyone in this
True.
little area.
Very true.
So think of like a tiny hut
Okay.
spell.
I run
it's
hot.
pretty small.
Sounds good.
Always ran hot.
And with that, the night passes uneventful. You may all benefit from a long rest. And
Long rest.
the new dark day greets you. And with that, we will take a short break.
Level 3.
We are not level 3.
Everyone is like,
We got a little giddy there. We were snacking on sticky snacks.
I know, sorry. I didn't realize a break was coming, otherwise I would have.
Break
I
time!
did not know where that was going.
Oh, now we're back! We're back! No more breaking. Time to wake up. Bright and early in the darkness
Time to
of
get moving.
Icewind Dale, you all stir, and you are in a little copse of trees in the middle of a wood.
I'm gonna start doing my daily ritual. I'm gonna
Good
raise the
morning.
sun by myself. And I'm
Is
gonna
that like
sleep.
Morning,
yoga?
Boone.
Sort of. It's kind of like a little thing. I light some incense and then I put some things out, and then I slowly bring a light that sort of travels. It's like a globule of light, and it like passes from one side and to the other side in like the half moon.
Good morning.
Morning.
good morning.
Good morning.
Bad
Feeling a
morning.
lot better than yesterday, so we have
Yeah.
a nearly insurmountable task to achieve.
Insurmountable. I mean, potentially deadly, yes, but surmountable.
Should we make a plan?
We
I believe so.
do we all think that we're more well prepared than those who are smashed to bits? Before?
It's always hard to say.
Based on the equipment they were wielding, maybe? I don't know how good they were with them,
They
but
didn't seem like much, but I mean, were we?
I'm flipping through my priest's kit. So is there anything anyone needs to prepare for other than hard battle?
I've got ways to assist us and all that sort of stuff.
How about?
I do too. I'm just trying to organize.
Can you reattach a limb?
I might be able to, given time. I mean that's advanced stuff.
Have you done that
Does-
before?
No.
does anyone have any magic that might be
Have you?
be
No.
affecting the mind?
I
Because
might.
from what I've heard, Verbeegs are kind of dumb.
Well, that's about all I have, actually.
Okay. Because if we tell it
Psychic
not to
damage.
murder us while using magic, that might help.
So,
Yeah.
Are we trying to kill it, or are we just looking for the
No.
missing mead, or are we just taking the information back?
I'm wondering if we
need to kill
start
it.
with seeing if we can figure out how it figured out. Like, it's because it's dark,
It might
right?
be beyond.
When did it figure out the schedule
I mean, I don't know.
for the pickups?
It seems more like
Verbeeg.
this
I mean,
traveling
especially
militia
if it's not
found the
smart.
Verbeeg first.
Well, it could have gotten lucky.
That's very true, but it came
Maybe.
into town to intercept the
Or the
carriage.
militia followed them, and they didn't
I
like
see
being
too.
followed, and they turned
That's
around
so
and.
peculiar. You'd think that a Verbeeg, if it was like a brutish animal. I'm sorry, to cut you off. If it was like a brutish animal, that it wouldn't target the like council holder of a town. But I'm out amongst like
No, the
General people.
The council holder was guarding the meat.
I'm pretty sure he
It
went out.
targeted
It was
the
in the
meat.
way.
What if we're dealing with two different parties here?
I keep thinking
I think that may be a fair
this
assessment.
Verbeeg
You think there
doesn't
might be
seem
an
smart
alcoholic living in the cave with the Verbeeg?
or
Other
somebody.
than you?
Maybe
That's
like
quite possible.
the Verbeeg's boss is an alcoholic
Got
and
it.
he's making the Verbeeg
Got me.
steal.
Called out.
I'm sorry, I missed
I
what
just
you
mean
said.
that it seems mighty convenient that someone killed the townspeaker, but I don't know if Verbeeg
Verbeeg.
are that
Verbeeg
intelligent.
As far as
So
I know, they're not.
Could someone
but
be controlling them or telling them what to do in order to vie for speaker or to get?
I do believe there's a strong possibility.
I know they're a lot more dangerous if they're being directed,
That's very true.
and that goes for
Well,
any
maybe we need a
group
little
of
more
creatures or
influence than
creatures.
just supporting you.
That's true.
I'll
Should we go
Take
look and see if we can
I
find some
prepare a few
evidence?
things in my
Might
kit.
as well.
Maybe we should.
We should
Okay,
probably
so we're
do
gonna-
it as little light as possible.
We're going without a
Unless
plan
needed.
still. We've been talking about stuff, but we don't
Yes,
have
a
an idea.
plan.
We do have 3
Um,
different entrances to the cave system. It looked like,
Right.
based on what
Yes.
our Chawinga friend showed us yesterday. I believe we should maybe investigate through one of those back channels to see if there's a way for us to observe the Verbeeg without being immediately noticeable.
Right.
Channels are
and
But-
useful too if there's
is it
more
3
than
different
one,
caves or 3 different entrances?
What if
Different-
they?
well, 3 different caves. They
What if
may
we
be
get
part of
lost?
the same network.
What if they're not, and they never cross, and then we're just lost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I do okay underground.
That's true.
right? Oh, okay.
I think we should be all right.
Do you want to check one of them? And then we'll...
You're all just gonna accept that.
Well, he's a
Okay.
dwarf, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
All
believe
right.
it. Racism.
Good. Awesome. Perfect.
Are you not a dwarf?
Well, I just know him.
I am a
so-
dwarf. Yes.
Yeah. No, he's a dwarf. No.
I am a mountain dwarf.
Why did you say it like that though? You were like, I am a
I'm
dwarf,
gonna.
yes.
Oh God, you're a dwarf?
I thought you were a small man.
Dwarf,
I am
not dwarf. Not
Sorry,
he's bigger than
I
me.
Smaller.
clearly do not
shorter
play D&D
than
enough
most.
because my brain was like, dwarves don't live underground. My brain's like, they just live near mountains. They just mine near mountains.
They're on the mountain, like
Right.
a goat.
See, that's what
mountain,
happened.
the
That's
mountain.
my
It is
my
fine.
brain's just
They can climb
Slow.
sheer cliffs.
this is
Well-
the lore is not my strong suit.
I love
Well, I
Okay.
mean, scouting.
Assume we do find
Seems like the
another
best
way
course.
to get into the cave. Then what?
I believe
I mean,
we
we
should
have to
try to
kill it.
gather as much information as we can before attempting to eradicate this threat.
I don't want to
Perhaps.
say it, but I think Brick is right. This creature is irredeemable, it seems.
Perhaps we could burn it, or cut it, or collapse the cave upon it, or perhaps
Question.
yes.
So, the caves, were they in the side of a mountain?
Yes, over
hill.
there.
Yeah.
Why don't we entomb it?
What is that?
Entomb. Oh.
Close up.
There's a lot of loose snow
But
above
what
the
if it
cave.
comes out a different
Also-
place that we can't even find?
Do we not assume that they dug these tunnels? Do they dig tunnels? I don't know.
We should probably
I-
assess for more information to
I do believe
find
that
out.
part of us. I do agree that potentially burying it is a good plan. However, we do need
giants.
We do need more information.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
What's happening?
And I start walking away.
Quietly, quietly.
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't do very well with the quiet yesterday.
Okay.
She's just walking away, right?
God damn
We're
it.
just gonna go into the situation.
Let's go. Let's
Try not to die.
Wait, let's go to
and
the
watch
third
it.
one.
I'm just
I
going.
hope it
Go
doesn't
to the
assist.
left.
Yeah.
To the right?
Go to the what?
Okay.
You want to go to the one.
So
that's-
wait, you guys are an hour away.
Oh,
Oh,
we are.
what?
From
Yeah.
You
the.
guys are discussing where you were camping,
Yep.
which was an hour away. You
So
followed
you're-
us
Oh, yeah, so
an
I'm just
hour
gonna-
away.
So Brynja's just walking
I'm
in the
just
woods.
going. We're
Then
going.
we continue on.
I'm going.
I'll walk with you.
And Brynja, since you're leading, I'm gonna need you to make a survival check to see if you can find your way back.
I'll give you guidance.
I was
Does she
just
get?
gonna say-
Can I give her advantage with my 14?
That's a D4
that I
if you
rolled
take
yesterday?
guidance.
With your what?
I rolled a 14 to make
Remember?
mental notes about where we were going.
Oh.
Can I use that to relay a health action to her?
Okay,
Yes.
so
Have you any
So you
like,
can roll with
tales
advantage.
of Verbeeg?
thank God. Okay, maybe I'll roll a different
Let's
one.
think. I tell you about
As a great good steward,
the
never
trio
comes.
of Verbeeg that Dristor Erden
And this is survival?
killed in a valley to the south and west of this location.
Yes, it is survival.
Survival, perfect. 23.
Because he went through a similar cave, right?
23.
A similar
He
system.
did not
So-
in this area.
Because they were in like a.
Yeah, that was more. Well, we could get into
We
Dristor
can get
and
into-
lore
It
later.
was a cave, but it was not like a system.
So, with confidence, Brynja is able to follow with a little bit of guidance from Carver. She's able to guide you back to that edge of the tree line where you can see the 3 entrances to this
I
cave.
think as we're leading together,
Okay.
it seems like nobody else really gives a shit about like planning to murder this thing. Do you have an idea?
Well, I usually first take my hammer in my hands,
I remember this. Yes.
and then I usually look at the creature,
Okay.
get close to the creature.
And you smack it, right?
And I
I'm gonna just guess this.
Oh, you already know this.
So you really like to hammer things.
4-step plan.
Got it.
I do like to hammer things, in fact.
Very familiar. All right.
Well,
I don't have any explosives, so that
The
doesn't
only-
help us.
the only thing we can do is check it out and then try to figure out how best to bring it down.
Making a plan without not understanding the lay of the land is pointless.
Well,
Right.
not necessarily, because we could do a trip line at the exit of his cave so that he falls down, and then we just go in
We
and
would
murder
need to
him.
lure it
seems
out,
like
though.
we have the
Yeah, but I'm
advantage.
sure he would come out if we just started
I
yelling.
mean, we're on the outside, and I mean, if I were
On the outside looking in.
right, it's like
Are we sure
a
this is
tunnel. So
true? Are we sure that it's even one?
If
Or
you're
is
all
that more?
discussing this for a little while, which
An
it seems
hour.
you are, please make a stealth check.
Okay.
And this was on the way there.
Oh, okay.
I already said you arrived, so this is arriving.
Natural 20.
That's exciting.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Natural
For a-
20! What did you get?
For a 24.
I just rolled my third natural.
19.
So how did that disadvantage go?
Okay, 19.
It's even.
You can't get worse than that. You
I
can't.
couldn't.
Teacher.
1.
What was it?
She got a 1.
I got a.
You got a natural one too?
Ah, natural one,
It
buddy!
was a 7.
What's the total though? Natural 1. The total.
9.
Ooh.
What's around the table?
I
We're
thought it was
all
a 7. Are you sure?
Natural
it was a
20.
for a 20 what?
24.
Okay.
I'm oddly gassy this morning.
What are you?
18.
19.
3, 9,
I'm
natural
loud as
1.
fuck.
So, luckily, number 1, I'm not going to punish anyone with a natural 1 on a skill check. You get your total. Number 2, it's a group check. And the high positive numbers have outweighed your negatives. Although there is a moment while you're talking, and Brynja leans up against a tree and it goes, and you all stop and look.
branch of snow falls off.
I
Yep.
think
I get off the
But
tree.
nothing seems to notice.
if we are already there, I would like to look at the cave that it was in before. Is there still light emanating from it? Does it look...
From the one that had the light before,
The right
it does
one, yeah.
have light coming
Okay,
from
so it does look like it seems to be there or briefly gone.
Is there movement in the way?
Okay.
Like shadows or
Uh,
fire?
No, from where you're at, all you can tell is it's fire. It's not like a constant light source. It's a flicker.
You know, something that we could do if we wanted to check out the other caverns is if we take the one on the left with the river, the water could mask our noise.
It is a frozen river.
It is frozen.
Just kidding. If it were not frozen.
Yeah, it is frozen.
What if
I'm
we do
feeling
a
the best today.
Okay.
Feeling a little warm.
I have a simple.
Well, is it frozen all the way through?
I slap your hand away
it
if
rushing
you
at
actually
me?
do that.
Yeah.
I have a very
It's
simple plan
frozen.
that could work. That doesn't involve us doing all this espionage, right? This is a tree line, very easy to hide. What if the several of us that are good at hitting things from far away,
So Boone.
boom, me, you, and then you are bait. And
That should
you
play
walk
nicely.
out into the snow out there. We'll hide back here, and once it shows itself, we'll just start blasting the fuck out of it, and hopefully it'll die before it makes it to the woods.
What if?
Okay.
What if?
About how far is it to the cave from the wood from the tree line?
I can be bait. I'm gonna have
From
a
where
slap,
you're
so-
at, it's probably only 50, 60 feet.
What if? What if?
What if?
There are other things in the woods, and they hear us, and they come from the other side,
So
and
you're,
then
you're
the
worried
other
about
guy
things in the woods.
comes from the inside, and then
So an ambush.
Yes.
So you think that they know we're here, and they're just
No.
waiting for us to do something?
No, but there could be more of them. Or more working with it. Perhaps.
Do I know if these things travel? Is one Verbeeg a thing? Like they're very territorial, they never share spaces, or is
Generally,
like
yes.
two Verbeegs, or are they
Sounds like we have a
polyamorous? Or
choice.
Let's make a slight
Do we
adjustment.
want to wait and see if anyone comes in and out, or do we want to investigate?
I think getting close is by far the worst option, based on what I saw in the woods yesterday.
So
It was blunt.
It
Blunt
did
damage.
seem like something was kind
do you
of
guys want to?
Swinging.
I
right.
can try and lob something in there.
Well,
do
so
we
that's the
wanna
thing. What
see-
if we hide?
If we
Try
go
to draw out whatever's in there, and if more
299
than
feet
one
back,
comes out,
and I could
we
lob
can
a-
stay hidden.
crazy.
Does anyone have any alcohol?
No.
Not for
Yes.
Not for me.
I have some okay.
Well, if it's stealing mead, what if we put mead out and see if it takes it?
Like smells it.
I have a bottle of whiskey.
Just don't uncork
No,
it
you
right
should
now.
keep that.
Brynja's like, later.
You should don't be hasty.
Is it normal for creatures to need alcohol?
No. So
Why not steal food? You know what I mean?
Well, maybe it was ordered to.
I mean, we could get into
Steal
a
from the
whole thing
town.
about the process of humanoid self-medication. But that's we just can't go
Okay,
into
so I
that tonight.
lure it out.
So
What if we try to lure it out without
I lure it-
revealing our position?
yes.
So I
that
lure
if,
it
so
out
that if there is more
away
than
from
one.
you.
Well, no, we don't want it to know where you are either. What if we just like shout, let's stay hidden, and when it comes out, if there's more than one, then we can know, well, maybe we shouldn't fight. And if there's only one, then we could shoot the hell
How
out
about
of it.
this? I mean, the axe speaks so fast, and if we're at a distance, we can at least have the upper hand as far as distance is concerned. If somebody goes up, attempts to create some sort of diversion, whatever. If they come out, you can quickly close rank and leave, and then we can, have our shot at it from a while, giving us the upper hand. But we don't know what's in there, and if we disturb it and there's 7 of them, we can quickly be overrun.
Well, the thing is, that's why I don't want us to be. We should be hidden, and
Well,
then
I
try to
guess
make a noise.
the interesting thing is the assertion from just about anyone that we spoke to in the town said that it was one.
Well, do
person.
we have to be there to make the noise? Why don't we just set up a diversion or lob something out?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying.
can.
We don't have to reveal ourselves to
I
the noise.
grasp a crackly sort of energy and like throw it up a couple times like a baseball. I
That would
could.
be perfect. It would
lob-
bounce around in there. People
Yeah,
would freak out.
I
but
mean,
they
and
wouldn't
then
know
we
what it
could
was
see
from.
if.
This is a wooded area too.
Can
There's
we
trees,
get like
right?
299 feet back?
We could also climb up the trees too.
But also the problem with being in the trees is getting down is slow and painful.
But it's also hard for them to get up.
I
So-
imagine
Not
that
if you
trees
have
are
to.
I
pretty,
don't think
pretty
he would
weak
try
to
to get
these
up.
things. No,
I think he would try to chop it down.
I heard a story once of a Verbeeg who snapped a tree and used a guy like a ball.
We don't
Just,
need
like,
horror
into the-
stories
So-
about
How much are we
I heard
getting
it.
paid for this? 100 gold?
What if
I don't think we are getting paid, are we?
No, we're getting
We are.
We're getting paid, otherwise why are we here?
Exactly.
I wouldn't
That's
have
my
been here
question.
if we
Why
weren't
are
getting
we
paid.
here?
But isn't this job just a cover for the actual job? So
Exactly.
we're not actually
Right.
getting paid for killing
Well,
the
But
Verbeeg.
it's a
Maybe
step in the plan to
Seraph
get paid.
is behind the attack.
I
Also,
imagine
you're getting
there'll be
paid-
some kind of reward for
What
it.
if I conjure an
That's
animal
just an
and send the
imagination.
animal into
Make another
the...
stealth check.
Okay.
As we're like arguing.
The reward
You're
is
gonna die.
bringing
do it
me to
again?
Good Mead.
Jesus Christ!
Lock that dice away! What are you doing?
This is my third. I did a different one each time.
Ew!
A different one each time.
It's that chair. That's the chair I was sitting in last
someone
night, and
die
I
in
rolled
there?
like 600 nat ones.
I don't think I can get worse
Your
than 2,
table
but let's find out.
haunted?
Nope. Okay, so it's
It
4.
is.
I rolled a 4 for 12.
17.
15.
21.
4.
Still, you are saved by 3 successes to 2 fails. Again, your last little anger bit of excitement, your voice trails off and
What if I-
echo
what
into
if
the.
I-
What if I?
Okay.
Sides wait.
I like your idea. Let's all hunker down in the brush.
Even if we're like.
You shoot a thingy in there, and if whatever comes out, if it seems more dangerous than we can handle, we'll just not do anything.
Maybe if it's one guy named Greg and he's like just dressing up in elaborate costumes.
See, that would be perfect. We could just shoot him.
Do we need rhetoricals right now? Let's hide.
What if
Okay,
I...
let's just hide.
We're in the bushes
Fine.
now.
What,
We're in the
what's your...
bushes now.
I was just gonna say I could conjure an animal to go in there and figure out what it is or lure it
That
out.
sounds lovely.
Or I could send animals into each one of the caves and figure out.
Why haven't you said anything?
Because I just thought of it.
Okay, maybe you should try the
Any
animal
sort
thing.
of animal?
It can be specifically.
Ooh, what about a fox? Oh, is that too soon? Does that hurt?
Because this is a 3rd level conjuration, I believe.
Directly
with this,
at him.
with
Can you do
this
it multiple times?
I can do it 3 times.
Okay.
But
You
it
are
says choose one of the
paid
following
tonight.
for what appears: 1 beast of challenge rating 2 or lower, 2 beasts of challenge rating 1 or lower, 4
Holy
beasts
shit,
of
you can
challenge
do this
rating
shit
half or
CR2
lower, or
creature?
8
You could
beasts.
set a polar bear there.
Holy fuck, send a polar bear in.
Is that the one where you can summon a bunch of
It's
pixies
the-
and turn us all into dinosaurs?
Charm of animal conjuring.
Oh, and they
I
can
think I
polymorph.
want to make sure that this is
Or
right with
cast
what you
fly.
intended.
I think
Yeah.
Let's conjure woodland beings, but it's...
I'm just gonna look up. I'm gonna do the
I
beast.
think you're right.
thing.
Charm
Charm of conjuring or animal conjuring.
Charm of animal conjuring. You're
It's
right.
a 3rd level conjuration, 60 feet, concentration up to 1 hour. Choose one of the
That's so
following
cool.
options, and they have 1 beast, 2 beast, 4 beast,
That's
8, and
okay,
I
you
can
can
do
fill
it
that
3
out.
times before the charm breaks.
I just wanna-
Dang, that's cool.
From a snowball.
I like to imagine if the snowball had a chunk of like ice in the middle.
Smelled like strawberries.
That's
Like
the charm.
strawberries.
Ow!
I have like a little
bruise.
bruise on my nose.
So
the charm went up your nose.
you could do an Allosaurus,
I thought it was
an
cocaine.
Auroch, a cave bear, an enormous tentacle,
Find your pleasures up here.
a
There's
giant
not a lot
boa,
of
a giant constrictor snake, a giant crayfish, a giant
I mean, the
elk.
bear. Summon
Giant
fucking
elk.
We
bear.
don't need
Right.
to start big. We could just start with something
Start
stealthy and
big.
small just to
But
go
no.
find out.
We want it to be something irritating enough to
Right.
where it will get off its ass
So
and
Boone.
come out of the cave.
We could send Boone in.
No,
yeah, but we're.
Thank you.
I understand the joke, but come on.
I wasn't joking.
Yeah.
I don't think
Time,
Boone should get
but,
smushed for the name of leading it out of the
Science.
cave.
In the name of science.
So how many feet back from we?
Six-
From we are we caves.
How
Honestly-
feet many are we back for me?
Yep, you're
From caves feet.
How is the cave from
No,
our
I'm wondering how
distance?
far we are from the
Right
cave.
now,
Yes,
you
about-
are at 60.
Okay.
I vote we summon the Ice Spider Queen.
How do you know that I can do that?
You can't.
You have a lot of
don't
faith
know
in
that-
me.
You don't know what that is.
You have a lot of faith in me.
You heard a
But
story about that?
I do think. What is a polar bear?
A polar bear is
Polar bear CR2.
Yeah, polar
Just
bear would
look
be
it up.
perfect. We know what that is. We've seen it recently.
I know what that is.
Yeah, you definitely
If
know
I
what
know
it
what a
Okay.
polar bear is.
If
We
you
all-
send
We all
a
have to
polar
point
bear
that out.
there,
Like we all know what a
whatever's in there,
Do you
is
know
gonna
what a
try
polar
and
bear
drive
is.
it
You know what a
out.
polar bear is?
You all just saw 2 starving ones
just
attached to
making-
the wagon.
And ours wouldn't be starving.
Okay, should
Somebody
I
killed one.
try to summon?
Okay,
a
same
polar
plan where we
bear?
hide, but you're gonna send the polar bear in, and then it's gonna try to like roar at the thing, like it wants it to get
I
out of
don't
the
know
cave.
what it's going to do. Can I even control
You
it?
could, yeah, it's,
Yeah,
it's yours.
It's yours.
Ask it nicely.
No way to learn until we do it.
It's true.
I guess.
You should try to make it seem like the polar bear is trying to commandeer the cave.
Do I even know I have this charm?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, like I'm aware of it.
You can. There's an innate sense based off of that magic dust that kind of came into your nose with the snowball. You have this feeling that there are certain animals that you could come into being, and then you have an innate sense of how the spell would work. Essentially.
So are we ready to do this now, or should we wait, or
Do
what?
you want to climb into a tree?
Do I want to climb into a tree? Do you want to climb into a tree? Yes.
I think people with range. Okay, you're doing that. All right.
She's climbing up.
Want to be able to see.
How about high?
Let's position ourselves.
Okay.
A good idea.
Yeah, Abby, can you draw this one? Just the entrance one.
Are we doing this? Is ridiculous.
The two
I don't like
bars.
assessing us. I don't like
I love
things.
I love you trying to be like,
grab
I've got
it,
this
go grab
ability.
it.
I don't want to use it.
Did we need to roll stealth for the axe?
I don't do magic.
No.
You're fine.
They're fine.
The axe beaks aren't arguing at a
Hey,
raised
we just keep
volume,
talking.
so
That is true.
Just chopping down trees.
They always are.
God, that'd be hilarious if that was a thing that Axe Beaks did, is they chop trees down.
Oh
To
my
eat
god.
that delicious
Has
fat.
anyone seen Quest for Camelot? That used to be one of my favorite.
that's an axe
The
beak.
chicken,
for
yeah,
sure.
the chicken that falls into the thing and
Turns
ends
into an
up-
axe,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I
Very
think of.
sweet.
But like
Squish
big.
behind and squish in between.
That's a deep
and
cut.
draw some stuff.
That
Quest
is a
for
good cut.
Camelot.
I
Quest for
loved
Camelot?
Quest for Camelot.
Good music.
That was-
Camelot.
Camelot.
It's got good music.
It really does.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you can't like
Conjure
find
whenever
it
you
anywhere.
wanna
The
do
music, you
So-
can't find
At
it.
first, I thought you were
Glad
going to
you
say
liked
it.
I wanted to cover music from it, but I can't
I
like.
showed it to Abby
So-
once, and it was like,
Nothing against you,
where did this
but
come from?
Direction.
He was one of my
I'm a
first
cool polar
crushes.
bear.
Was
Oh,
the
the
blind
boy?
guy?
The guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I was little.
You know what?
Do you need a
There's three
picture?
of them. There's one
I'm
to the
just trying to
west,
figure out what
the
direction
east.
I'm going here. So, because I need to know how
I
big
need
it
to
is.
plug
Sorry.
in my iPad.
Do you want this one?
Would you like some
If
juice?
it'll reach, can I bring it around?
You
the
guys
house?
can switch.
We are technically supposed to be at different spots. But... Okay, so be careful. The cord is running behind
That's
you.
okay. I've never not been careful of anything ever.
What?
I've actually never had an accident happen. I've only
Is that how
ever
you
done
die?
perfect things.
I've actually never had a broken bone or like stitches or anything. And I'm surprised because I was a fucking gymnast. So I'm like, I don't know how I escaped fate, but
I broke my arms 4 times.
I've had so many.
because I definitely like crotched
I
some
had one
beams.
summer where it just kept happening, and then they
I
brought me to
just broke
principal's
both of
office,
my elbows at once.
and they were like,
What?
"What's wrong?"
Yeah.
That's my
For
favorite.
real?
realization.
Yeah, no,
Seriously?
for real. I broke both my elbows at once, and then I performed
While
it.
you were in
Yeah.
college?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was over the summer.
What
yeah.
the fuck did you do?
I
Roll
was,
that
I
one?
was, I was, I did.
Was that? Did
In life?
was
No,
that-
what did you
Never
actually
mind.
I was
Never mind. We're
No,
recording.
you were
Doesn't matter.
longboarding?
I remember that. Was
It was
Brent
for
teaching a
Lent.
class
No, it
that
was for
summer,
Lent.
and so you had to drop out of it or something?
What's happening?
No, I wasn't.
I don't
taking
know, she's
classes
trying to
that
draw
summer.
her
I was in
kid.
Rent.
Whatever. Okay.
I probably went and hung out with people. But
Who did
like,
you play in Rent?
Okay.
I
I
was
need.
just chorus.
Can somebody
Still
get
though.
me
A
a
wet-
wet
a
paper
wet
towel,
one?
please?
Well,
Oh,
remember
hold
how
on.
I
What
just
would you
said
like?
I wasn't
I
gonna
almost
do
thought,
that.
did you light my candle? Anyways.
Did you?
I almost did. I like
Thanks,
picked it
Ruby.
out because like there were parts of it I liked, and then I was like, nah, the whole thing doesn't really fit, but the vibe
Yeah.
kind of a little bit.
Yeah.
I love Rent so much. I tried to beg. I had not graduated.
Honestly, the best
high
idea we've
school
had so
yet,
far
and I
is
tried
the
to
polar
beg my
bear
parents
idea.
to let me do
Yeah.
Rent, and they were like,
Because
absolutely.
that way we don't have to be in danger.
Carver is so
This beat
like
is my recital.
careful.
I think it's very vital to rock around.
He's almost
That's
died
right. Let's go.
many
It's something,
times.
something.
Yeah.
Here we go. It
I
I'm
is
so
to
used
rock
to
around.
cheating.
That's right. On time. It's tricky.
It's not Carver.
Tricky,
Give me
tricky,
a dry one now.
tricky.
Honestly,
This one's too wet.
First of all, at the same time,
Oh my
I
God,
very-
I used to love
Get
that
me a
song.
wet one.
Doug
Get
is
me
very
a
much-
dry
We
one.
should definitely play.
That's what it sounded like.
yeah, got up
fight
to
you.
spread
I
the
know,
age
I know.
difference is extreme between Peter and Carver.
Pour myself a cup of
Carver's 80
ambition.
years old.
Yawn and stretch and try to come alive.
Thank you, Dolly.
Thank you.
Working 9 to 5.
What a way to make a living.
Can I tell you guys?
This is the weirdest segment of this recording.
Sorry, I have to see the
You cannot.
Yeah.
No, and needs to watch us draw a map for dinner.
We should have karaoke night.
That'd be so
In
fun.
character. We pick songs.
In character karaoke.
In character karaoke. That would be really fun.
In character.
In karaoke. In character.
In karaoke.
Karaoke.
I ain't got no
What would
words.
Dax sing?
That was yours.
That
That's
would
what
be
I was
really
thinking.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because we have playlists of
Yeah.
songs we like for our characters. That would be really interesting, though.
Song playlist for characters.
I have a lot of
What's on
rock
my
music in
playlist?
mine. Yeah.
I don't.
Song
You have a
playlist.
character.
Oh, go, absolutely.
Get up, come on, get down with the sickness.
It has so many songs.
Oh my god. That's so
I'm
bad.
not even gonna attempt that.
Actually, no. I actually have a lot of really sad songs.
That makes sense.
I'm glad that I could inspire that in you.
Yeah.
Measurement of perfection probably isn't important.
I know. I'm just trying to.
As long as we are 40 plus feet away,
Butterfly
that's the
in
only
the
thing I care about.
sky, I can put
Okay.
yours alive. Oh, it's
Rainbow.
We play.
I can go anywhere.
I'm grooving, I'm vibing. Abby, they're down
The
below.
talk has messed up my brain.
This is us still planning.
All of
as
the
we're, like,
Icewind
huddled in
Dale
the snow.
minis are down below.
Yeah, we're all singing.
He's just playing on his accordion. Reading Rainbow.
That's Boone's song. Okay, well, if we're singing Reading Rainbow, I need another stealth check from everyone.
Buddy, roll.
I'm into it.
The bards in public service
Wait,
was
just
sent out
17.
libraries to children.
Those are some fancy trees.
14.
Those are some
Those are
trees.
trees.
And then you get that
Those are some
tree.
nice
and all of
trees.
these green ones are
You're
also
climbing one of those
also
trees.
trees.
I
The
am.
rocks are
This
trees.
is the one
Did you
our
give him a
giant
polar
twin is
bear,
in?
Abby?
Yeah, I gave. Well,
My
yeah.
polar bear.
The big
Okay.
Honestly, I'm not sure that I can.
Actually, can you give him one of the smaller polar bears?
It's just,
I did.
it's just
What? How come
Oh, I
we
don't
can't
think
use the
that
regular polar
Oh,
bear?
sorry.
That's okay.
Aww.
I got attached to it.
I have reasons.
Oh, this is a prettier one though.
It's not a CR2.
This one's white. Like
No, we have reasons.
I have reasons.
I'm really hoping this isn't
Clean
out
That's a
of it.
fun and
Okay.
reassuring thing.
So that's yeah. So we got the river.
Thanks.
These are a couple of logs.
Gotta throw sticks into our
The
plants.
greens are trees. The
Greens
also
are
the
trees.
trees
I
are
love
trees, and the rocks are trees. So there's lots of trees.
Can you see that, folks at home?
No, they can't.
They can now!
Where are the caves?
Wow.
One,
Yeah.
two,
I don't know that that feels like anything.
and we're over here
Yeah.
then.
All
Let's
right.
position ourselves. Can I have my thing?
Yeah, two of these were
I
I
ruined
would
everything.
prefer not to exert myself.
Prefer not
Did
to.
someone
X
pass me
again.
the
Okay,
little panda cookies?
So,
Okay.
talk me through what's going on here, guys.
I'm gonna be back here.
We are placing where we're at.
So they're placing
So
in the tree
are we
line.
now? It's go
About
time, and we're all like splitting up, and you guys are.
65, 70
we are
feet away.
splitting.
Okay, where does
Not
everyone want to
very
be?
much.
Where are you?
Yeah, place yourselves.
I'm right behind
Move
that
with your
tree.
baggie. I'm
I'm
just
a little
Including,
with your
put your axe beaks out there too, please.
Yeah.
Axe beaks.
I'm in
Okay.
a tree.
Yeah.
Pamela's definitely
And y'all can
with
see
Boo.
where the three openings are,
No.
yeah?
Cool.
I get
I will.
What the heck?
Behind me.
Torso.
Noah!
What is this? Like,
Okay. The tracks this way.
Fight.
I'm gonna pay him.
This is Pamela.
Fine,
I'm just standing
So-
out. No, we got this one. He said not
just
this
didn't
one.
move?
Oh, that's
No, that's
Pamela.
Pamela.
Okay,
Can
you
you
see it there?
Yeah, that one's fine.
Actually,
Where do you want
check
Pamela?
one thing.
Is Pamela hiding?
Yeah, Pamela's with me.
I think Pamela should not be near the where I'm about to
you
make a polar
all-
bear.
You
What's
all
the range on
know
that?
Within 30
60 feet.
So you can
That
put it
this
right at
is-
the entrance.
Yeah, I was like, we should be
this
exactly.
is the one that we had the feet prints coming into
Oh.
Oh, I thought.
yesterday.
Oh
So
yes,
we need
yes.
to be-
So this is the light and the feet prints. This is the trees and some broken down logs, and this is
These are the
water.
logs. And
Those
then
are okay.
I will maybe then post up on a tree.
You want to go?
Hi, Joy.
Can you get me to like that? This one? Yes, perfect. I'm in that tree.
You're in
Just,
the
like,
tree.
Let's go 10 feet
yeah,
up.
I think-
Are you
so I
within
can
30
take a good
feet
6
of
falling
me?
damage.
5, 10,
Where-
15,
If you go
20,
higher,
I'm
30.
just
yeah,
gonna
you
be
want to reach
standing
you.
alone, I guess, in the middle like a
Well, you can't be in the
My
middle.
hands in my
Can you be over here?
But also, it might smack
Sure.
the tree.
Just because
Yeah.
I need you to be a sheep.
Yeah, that works. I think I want like a visual, and then
Just so nobody gets smacked in the face is the reason.
I'd like to stealth as well, just to add to my hopefully quiet.
Oh yeah,
Body.
we're all
My
hunkering
quiet
down.
body.
I'm so excited.
I'm assuming. So I'm gonna do a perfect
Good old
stealth check this
Hunker
time.
down.
Hunker down before the plan activates.
What just happened?
Is that something we're doing? Are we doing a stealth check all around?
This is Pam.
Yep.
Do we need some music?
Which do you want?
We've got music.
Oh, the owlbear.
Do we?
I love the juicy owlbear
I'm
so
tired.
much.
That's very rude to say that you don't like his music.
I am tired.
All
That
right.
is so rude.
So you're in battle formation. You're all hiding, correct?
Okay,
Yep.
yes.
I
Except
need-
for me.
I need everyone to make a stealth check.
Okay.
I'm not.
1.
I'll do it anyway. Sure. I'm just.
One.
gonna go
Oh,
They
with
keep
it.
getting
21.
proceedingly less and less every time they do
22.
it. Did you get
did
that
not.
again?
Oh my god.
So it's a 5.
Are your dice going into the timeout
Okay,
chair?
all of them.
I-
So not that one, I
I rolled
guess.
3 1s, a 4, and now I rolled a
Stack all your
5.
dice in that chair.
I rolled an 11.
I rolled an 18.
I'm
for
not
22.
near these people.
I'm not here.
So
I'm not.
just so you know, that stealth check is for if something comes out, whether they can see you in the trees. It's how well you're hiding.
Lovely.
Okay.
So can I go through the numbers one more time? You rolled like a 2.
5, I think.
Yeah,
Because it's a
5,
+3.
okay.
22.
Okay.
Let me see.
13.
I want to double check.
21.
11.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Gotcha.
Oh, it's a 4.
Maybe are not hiding the best. Are not fully behind the trees that they are standing behind. We'll see what happens.
Just peeking out.
You rolled a 14.
Are you summoning the bear?
My eyes
It's just Scooby-Dooing.
bright like
Yes,
fucking,
I'm going to.
bright like fucking headlights peering out from the bush.
Can I?
In the relative
Unless
darkness.
you have a plan for this, can I explain how this happens?
Please talk me through it.
So I'm gonna stand there for a moment,
Haka-loogie.
and then I'm gonna say, so, "How do I do this?" to all of you.
Throw a snowball.
It's your question. Give a shot.
Throw a snowball. I gather up the snow, and as I'm gathering up the snow into a snowball, I feel a sneeze coming. And when I sneeze, the polar bear appears.
Achoo! And the ball that you're gathering just whoof into a cloud of dust, and the cloud of snow dust kind of settles and
Where do you wanna
forms
put
into
it?
a solid polar bear form. Yeah, right there. Where do you put it?
And then I assume I can
Does
command it?
the spell, the effect, the charm say that you can tell it what to do?
Let's see. I was
Yes.
googling it.
Animals directly
You can also place it wherever you want.
It's
within
not.
60
That's a
feet.
spell. That's
And
not what
once
you
it-
have.
Let's
She's-
see. I'd have to look it up in
Bone.
D&D Beyond because I just googled.
I mean, that's
What it
seven
does.
lesser demon.
Does the charm
the
cast
summoned
a spell?
creatures are friendly to you and your companions. Roll initiative for the summoned creatures
Cool.
as a group.
Okay.
It has its own turns. They obey any verbal commands that you issue them. No action required
Great.
by you.
Y'all, we
So
got
you can give it a
little
verbal
boom
command and it'll do what you tell
for
it.
this battle.
Okay,
Because we saved a fox.
go into that cave on the right.
The right cave. Okay, so the bear's just going in there.
Yep.
So it lumbers into this cave. Keep pushing it. And eventually it goes out of sight. You kind of see its shadow playing with the light flickering in there. And then you hear... which is the polar bear. And you hear just some ruckus clattering of hooves and against rock. And then... Friend! Me friend! Coo. There are two distinct voices. And soon you see the polar bear again running out.
Okay. Go, boy, go. Come here.
The polar bear runs out into the field here.
Okay.
And following hot on his heels. Maybe I can grab him.
No, is it the big blue boy?
Do you have to concentrate?
There are two large creatures, one of which in the lead is what you would know as the Verbeeg. It is a very large, human-esque giant figure, kind of long in the limb, long in the face, and behind him is a very rotund ogre with a great club. The Verbeeg is almost armored, and he has a spear, and they are full on charging after this bear. which appears to be food to them.
Should we run?
Okay, hold on.
Should we run?
Over table question. Are you concentrating on the bear?
Yes. It does say that I have to be concentrated. Concentration up to 1 hour.
I
So
just
that
want-
would mean I don't know a lot about spells because I've
right,
never.
but that means you can't
I have
summon
to-
more.
These are
bears.
giants, right?
I don't think so.
You mean type of creature?
Yeah, because we said they were giants.
Yeah, the Verbeeg is a giant. Yep. The ogre is an ogre.
I can't speak giant.
Oh no.
Can anyone else speak giant?
No. I think speaking to them.
So are you guys talking behind the trees right now? Is that
No.
right?
I'm not
talking at all. I'm just
So what actually happens is the Verbeeg catches up to the polar bear and takes a spear attack at it.
I would like to react, I think. I think I would like to. God, I think I want to shoot it.
Can you react to it? I mean,
It's not even a post.
Well, it's within an ally space, so I could do a sneak attack, but also I'm hiding.
okay.
But
But it is already in combat order. It is
Do
attacking
we want
your
to
ally.
join?
yeah, but we're hiding,
Right.
So we could do a surprise round.
Okay, but I don't think you can do it before this attack because you
No.
didn't.
No, that's okay.
No, it
Yeah.
can make an attack, but I can.
Yeah.
I was thinking after.
So you have your polar bear stats pulled up, Brynja?
How do I do
I
that?
think before I take the
Should we
shot,
roll
I'm gonna
initiative?
look over at Brynja.
We are going to roll initiative at this point if we're going to get involved in the fight.
Okay,
Damn.
Okay.
you roll
So
first.
much easier on my computer.
Okay.
Let's go
You
for
got
pet.
it. Roll initiative.
I'm not yet.
My rolls have been bad,
I'm not doing it yet.
but I think before I take
Okay,
the shot,
yeah, now I do.
I'm gonna look over at Brynja, and I'm gonna make eyes with you, and I'm like, you know,
I'm gonna point behind us like,
Run.
should we run?
We know where it's at.
Can we
We
get
know
them
where
to
it's
fight each
is.
other?
No, they seem like friends.
They seem like
We're not. We can't talk to each other. Okay.
Okay. Actually,
Yeah.
Abby, can you?
Creatures.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You got it.
I'm gonna do.
I'm just looking at you.
Okay.
I'm gonna use.
'Cause
I'm
we
gonna
can't-
use the.
All right, initiative. What have we got?
Are you doing 25, 20, or just yell it out?
Sure. 25 to 20.
Hold on. Oh, I didn't even roll. How do I?
23. Nat 20, baby. I hate that.
Okay.
I almost wrote that.
Ooh, I got 21.
Aww.
You got 21.
Yeah, I rolled a 19. Maybe it was the dice.
You got 21.
Yes.
15 to 20. 10 to 15.
10.
11.
Buddy.
I'm a cleric.
It's not the worst thing for you to be last.
You can pick up our pieces.
And then
7.
Oh, do I have to roll for the polar bear?
Yes,
So yeah.
Roller bear.
This is the Verbeeg.
It's a 4.
More like
Oh.
Plus.
no more polar bear.
No.
No polar bear.
And then the ogre.
I'm not a spell person. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
This is also new to me.
There you go. So it's plus its dice.
Are we gonna die?
So
I think
it's
we're gonna
got a
die.
It's at a
Okay.
4.
Well, I think
Well,
after,
polar bear's at 4.
after it makes an
Oh,
attack on
boy,
the polar bear,
buddy.
we get a surprise round, and then we start normal initiative.
Oh.
If it didn't detect us as passive.
Well, that's the thing is I'm assuming it's distracted by the polar bear, but
You.
You
I don't know
know,
if it can. Well, you guys are all hiding.
Okay.
I'm just.
So before your surprise round, if that's what's about to happen, the Verbeeg takes 2 hands on its spear and thrusts at the polar bear. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
you rolled pretty low, didn't you?
Ouch.
Oh my goodness.
We need to.
It's a lot of damage.
If it's more than 20, I need.
Oh wait, no, I have the wrong dice.
yeah.
If it takes us down.
I did say it was 2-handed, correct?
How many hit points do we have?
The polar bear?
Probably not enough to get speared.
He's a
Am I allowed to
Actually,
tell
he's
you?
pretty good.
3.
Or
It's
do
42.
you 42.
Right. It has twice as much health as me, so
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
We need to run. We need
More
to
than, actually, for me.
If he takes it out in one swing, we recoil deep into the wilderness.
Yep, we
can't talk. We're not talking.
13 points
with our
of
eyes.
piercing damage to the polar bear.
Okay, that's bad. That's really bad. Can you do that more than once?
That's not terrible.
And it goes into its hide, pulls out, and thrusts again. That is 22 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Ow! That's just
And
one
that
of them.
is 12 damage. 12 points of piercing damage.
So it is up to the polar bear's down to 17.
Okay, so the polar bear's down.
The bear rears up in pain as it's plunging into its hind flank.
Anyway.
2 spear strikes. Now we go into our surprise round, which neither the ogre nor the Verbeeg will get a turn.
Yay!
So,
Okay.
Miafine.
Okay.
Got it.
You're first.
Okay. Am I like roughly 60-ish feet from this commotioning?
We can count.
'You're a
5,
little
10,
closer to
15,
that.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Yeah, you're
Cool.
within 50 feet
Um,
of both.
At the area where the two of them are, would you say they're 5 distance apart? Like 5 feet apart?
Yeah, the 2 creatures, yeah. Well, actually, no, because the Verbeeg would have lunged into the bear.
Okay.
So they're
he's
about
up.
10 foot apart. Well, no, they're still...
Give it to her. Come on.
It-
They're
whatever
so
works.
strong.
Honestly,
Fine, you can hit them both.
I think Miafine goes to summon that same crackling sort of black,
cover.
dark,
Huh?
dull
You can cover.
energy. And instead, I
cover.
compress it into like a little ember, and it shoots out of my hand, and a bonfire starts right under this big boy's booty. So I want him to make a dex saving throw of 14.
Okay, it's just him.
Yes. And I'm trying
It's a
to.
fail.
Wonderful. I'm trying to make a
Lovely
distraction,
game.
and then I.
Didn't you say you were hitting both of them?
I don't think I can. I think I'm just doing under this big boy's butt. So it does. Oh, not very much, but it stays. I fire, I believe.
Max damage.
6 points of fire damage.
6. So can you record that for
A
me?
creature must make the saving throw when it moves into the bonfire space for the first time on a turn or ends its turn.
Yep. So, a little patch of fire erupts under its feet. And it just starts yelling and sponging on its feet. It has no idea what's happening.
The bonfire ignites flammable objects in its area that aren't being worn or carried.
Is the cat clothes on?
There is no really object there,
That's
but it does have a loincloth, yeah.
That's okay. And then I think I start like climbing down from the
Seeped in
tree.
oil.
Yep.
And when I get to the bottom,
Like a light.
I just am like, okay. And I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself. Because I
Okay.
think we need to fucking leave!
Okay.
And then
And
like
do you have any movement left?
tons of movement.
Yeah, technically you have 40 movement left.
Okay.
I got 40!
Go ahead and use it. You have 40 in the opposite direction. Amber, could you move it?
I'm a delicate girl!
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Great.
Great.
Brynja.
Watch me sprint down the tree!
I'm gonna turn tail and run.
Jesus Christ.
Are you gonna drop concentration on the bear?
Yes.
What?
The bear.
Thinking.
The bear!
Having reared up from being stabbed in its butt, now melts into a poof of snow on the ground as the Verbeeg looks at
Now
it.
it's gonna kill us.
And so the Verbeeg looks back at the ogre in pain, and Fire looks back at the missing polar bear, has no idea what's going on.
Oh no.
What do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna run.
Oh my god.
15, 20, 30, dash! 15, 20, 25, 30.
Alright?
You guys and your running.
This Verbeeg is right in front of the door, right? It's like blocking
Uh-huh.
the entrance.
Pretty much, yep.
Okay.
Carver?
I am going to shoot it. I'm going to shoot the Verbeeg.
The Verbeeg, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm trying to head back
That's
to
the
the
one with the
brush,
spear, right?
like where
Yep.
we were sleeping.
I'm hidden.
What?
So I'll roll with advantage.
Okay.
I don't know.
I hate this so much. This is so bad.
Just right.
Where are you? Oh,
That's a 20 to hit.
It's a 20 to hit.
You didn't bring your run off into the sunset.
Sorry, what'd you say?
20 to hit.
20 hits. Roll for damage. And this is with your crossbow that you're shooting?
Yep, heavy crossbow.
Oh.
heavy crossbow.
I love
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on it.
That's 15 points of piercing damage.
Walk up and touch
The
it.
arrow pierces the bicep of the Verbeeg as it jerks and turns in your direction, now noticing that there are other people.
Ooh, shit!
Arrow.
That's too
And then
bad.
as it looks at me, I'm like,
Nope.
and I use a bonus action to hide and disappear.
Are you behind the...
I'm behind a tree,
something? Yeah, okay, so if you duck behind the tree, roll a stealth check at
Okay.
disadvantage because it just saw you go behind the tree.
Okay, okay.
Ooh, you're
Please.
sneakier than
Oh.
Please.
That's not great.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's a 10.
Okay. You dip behind the thing, and the Verbeeg is looking and appears to not be able to see where you went. Because of the distance and the darkness, they can't see.
I use half my movement to hop
They're also
on.
being very still, and they can't sense.
I use half my movement to hop on Deb, and then I'm gonna go maybe 20 feet back on Deb as I get ready to fire another shot out of my crossbow.
Okay,
you're
and
this
that's part
one?
of your action?
No, it's just I can only fire one shot, so it's
Oh,
just
but
flavor.
you're getting ready for flavor for
It's
next
just
turn.
flavor.
Right, gotcha.
Perfect.
Okay.
You this one?
Yep, that one.
And where
So
are you going?
I'm
This
gonna
way or
go
that way
20
or this
feet, so I'll go a little past
Mia.
Mia
You
feet,
shot it
yeah.
too, right?
10, 15, 20?
You lit a fire under its butt.
The fire
go
under
just
its
past
ass.
her.
You ran and you shot it. You're the clincher here. I gotta see what you do.
So I'm like,
You
I'm gonna
fucking
do
leave me
some
behind. I'm gonna
mounted
kill
combat, I think.
you.
If after, as
I'm
I
gonna
chase
guiding
us.
bolt you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I look at you with more.
I am.
Fucking Jesus.
How do we get ourselves in
Oh,
these messes?
Jesus.
I sneezed a polar bear.
Cowards. Alright, anyway.
Cowards. It's called holy
That's true. Is that not
Oh,
cowardly?
did you shout cowards at us?
No, I didn't. I'm just stating.
Stay alive.
Facts be facts.
You be
We be
east.
cowards.
Cool. I've got two options here of things that I can do to help our situation a little bit. I am going. Could they both make a dex save for me, please?
Sure thing.
What
What
are
are
you
they?
doing?
What is the
Casting
dex save?
fairy fire.
Okay. The Verbeeg fails.
Oh.
DC
And-
15.
Yeah, well, the
That is
Verbeeg failed
so
still.
perfect for me. I don't even have to hide now to get that sneak attack.
And the ogre, you said 17?
15.
15? The ogre still fails. They both fail.
Awesome. They are both wreathed in a greenish purple flame that illuminates them. And then I'm going to run and I'm going to jump on top of Pamela and look
Please
at Timmel and say, "Get on!"
Okay.
And using my bonus action, I'm going to have her hold her movement until he climbs on.
Great. Like beacons in the darkness, those two, the outlined forms of both of those great figures radiate in the area. Do you want to grab the status effects and just toss it on there so I remember? And that means they have everything has advantage against them.
The next attack on each of them has advantage.
Oh, just
Well,
next attack.
doesn't it last for like a minute or something?
As long as you're
think
concentrating,
it's
Concentration.
it's sustained.
After
Oh, it is sustained. You're right.
Maybe, yeah.
Sustained.
Nice.
So it's
But
like
they
a
can
permanent
save every
debuff.
turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
So
Cannot be benefit from being invisible, and all attacks
They
have
both failed?
advantage. Yeah.
They both failed, yeah.
Get them.
Timmel.
Okay, alright. So, I'm going to do a similar thing. I'm going to grab my holy symbol, shut my eyes, imagine the clouds above me parting, and I'm going to grab Mode of Light and like a softball, hurl that shit at him with a guiding bolt.
Yeah. and this mode of light hurtles down through the cloud cover
I'm
in
gonna
the
like
darkness.
grab it and throw it at
And
him.
you pulled it out of the blackness.
Whew, okay. This one, okay. So I'm really scared of my dice right now. I'm gonna do these two.
Want to use mine?
Advantage. Wow, those are not great, but a 9 is okay. Okay, 9 plus 5 is 14 to hit.
Against the Verbeeg,
Yeah.
if it meets, it beats.
Oh, thank God.
And the advantage stays on it. Well, it's gonna stay with
Yeah.
Yeah, it stays as long as I have
But you
concentration.
get double advantage.
Double
because
advantage.
she's
Double
loaded.
advantage.
Roll for damage.
Consume
Radiant
that
fire.
advantage.
1, 2, 3, 4d6. Where's my 4?
Get in here.
Don't want to copy in the camera. I feel like I'm creeping to the edge.
Okay.
I feel like I keep
Can't
doing the
see the
same
camera
thing
right
too.
now.
That's better.
No, you're
The
very
camera's
good.
good.
The camera has turned a little bit. Oh, the whole table's moved.
Sorry.
That's
That was
18
when
points
you
of
were-
radiant
Ooh,
damage.
dang
Must
it.
have
The
been.
camera.
Oop, little back.
Oh no, the table has like taken over this table.
18 points.
How did that even happen?
How's it look, Abby?
Oh, perfect.
My robust
18
form
points of radiant
busted.
damage.
18 points. This white light blasts the Verbeeg, and it wasn't ready for it, and its arms are kind of flailed outward with the spear in hand, and its eyes are closed to the intense divine light.
I'm gonna use half my movement to get on your back speak, and I'm gonna say, "Good idea, Boone," as we move.
And we are
away.
going to go just trying to get outside of their range of movement.
I think once I see you hit it with the mote of smoldering light, a small smirk goes across my face as I'm getting ready to line up another shot. I'm like,
Because we're just pot shotting.
We're just hunting. This worked for us in the past, and it worked for us now.
So that concludes the. Sorry, are you done with your turn?
I'm done with my turn. Yeah.
Great. That concludes the surprise round.
Cool.
We're back to the top of the initiative order with Mia Fine.
you get advantage.
I
yeah,
throw
you get
an
advantage.
Eldritch Blast.
Throwing an Eldritch Blast, and it's.
The signature.
Can you describe how that looks again, just for our watchers?
Yeah, so I think Mia Fine is this like just completely winterized form of like scarves and big bundles of like mittens and muffs, and I think you just see her kind of with her mittens draw out like this long blackish gray energy and just kind of compress it, and then like boom,
Like
it
a
like
slingshot.
yeah, like slingshot just energy, and it kind of
Slinging a rubber band at your friends in class. Yeah.
Except
But,
for way more deadly.
and so far. So it shoots across. This is going to be an Eldritch Blast. Also, I just wanted to check.
Advantage.
Hold on.
The
Yeah, the one
Verbeeg
that-
or the ogre?
I would want the one that was like outlined and
They're both
They both
outlined,
are.
but
this one is harder shots.
We've been
Great.
targeting this one.
then that's the boy. That's
Yeah.
that's the nice guy we're gonna go for today. Plus
That's
6 to
the
hit.
boy.
12 to hit.
Oh,
Oh, I don't have advantage.
You
though.
You have advantage.
Oh, I do have
You do
advantage,
have
so I roll
advantage.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
16 to hit.
that hits.
Woo!
I'm glad you caught that.
7 plus 4 is 11
Oh,
damage.
you get to add your charisma to the
Yes,
thing.
yes, I have far away
That's
and
nice.
11 force damage is the Eldritch Blast.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And as he's blinded from the light, a black smoke comes and whacks him across the face, and he's like coughing and sputtering, just totally taken by surprise as to what's happening.
Yeah.
You kind of.
Bad
I'm
guy.
right next to you right now.
Anything else for
I
you?
kind of.
Yeah.
There's Rue up here.
Bonus actions or movement?
I think I like look up and I'm like, grab Brynja and I take off running because I have expeditious
Oh.
retreat. I'm just like,
Keep behind us.
skirts
I suppose
flying.
you don't need
No.
a mount with expeditions.
What do we
No.
see? Because you've been kind of covered the whole time. So
Oh, I'm
is there
still-
glimpses of flesh?
Nope, still covered, baby.
And so how
All
far
casting through
how
mittens.
far away are you now? Give me an idea.
So I can
Because
get.
if you're
Are you
dragging,
running?
it's half
You
speed.
got those
Yeah.
Khloe Kardashian hands?
Yeah, I got those Khloe Kardashian.
Those Lord Voldemort
I
hands?
love them.
Ew.
Bonus action on each of my turns, I can take the dash action. So on my movement, I can go 30. So
60
But if
feet.
you're dragging Brynja,
Hold on.
oh wait, no.
That's half.
But
I
he's gotta
told
catch
him,
up.
because he
Oh,
has an
you have to
open
catch
spot
up.
on his bird. So I'll just take off running. So I can go 30, and then I can go a dash with a bonus action, which
30?
is 60,
Another-
which is 90.
So 90 feet total.
Well,
Yep.
you can't
Isn't that
use your
dash
action.
30?
You already.
Yeah, you already used your action. So
Oh yeah, you already Eldritch Blast.
So 60 feet.
Yep.
Which is still a lot.
Okay, so this
Cool.
was what, 30? So So then it
Yeah.
would be another
Off.
30 with me, so that's halved.
15.
So it would be
And
15.
then Eldritch Blast.
So yeah.
I'm
Okay.
a-
So
I'm
she
a
runs.
Fight and flight, baby.
That's your turn.
Ah, yeah.
All right.
Brynja.
Brynja.
You see me sprint past you.
I mean,
Or
yeah.
are you not taking me with you? You're just running?
I don't have any way to take you with me.
No,
she
you can.
has moved.
You can
Oh,
have
for
movement
sure.
with her.
Well, you can get on a bird. The bird is faster.
How far away right now? You guys are off the map?
I am literally right here, though. Actually counted, that is exactly where I am.
Is that where
that's
she-
square.
she is
she's,
too?
No,
Or
she's
she's past you?
There's
further.
another 60 foot
She's
out.
past.
30.
She's off the
She's
map.
Or 30
60
And then-
past you?
And then
30 past.
30
30
past,
past you.
this map.
I think as
30
I'm
past
nearing the
this.
end of my speed,
Okay.
the natural
She
thing
caught
would
up
be,
to me
like,
and then
to
went
turn
30
around,
more.
so I
I'm
can
actually
face-
I think
exactly
with your
on that
range, you
square.
can still
Okay.
hit them from there.
Right now.
Can you see that far?
They're
I
lit
can
up.
see 300
They are
feet.
lit up.
They are.
Oh.
You can see them from, yeah, because it
From
says it in
space!
the, it says it in the description. As long as they're not
16
behind total
floors
As
coverage.
long as
away.
I mean, they can even gain. They don't even gain benefits from total coverage.
I
So you can
guess
still
that-
fucking see
that
them.
is
They're
a-
Yeah.
right. You're right.
That's an
Okay.
interesting.
Brynja.
Yeah, I think she's gonna keep running, but she's gonna turn around and look to see if all of her companions are running as well. And when she sees that you all are, she's gonna just keep running. So that would
So you're gonna
be.
dash
I got like
60?
a half-ass kind of run going on. I'm getting ready to line up.
Yeah, we're just kind of staying.
Well,
out of range.
either way, you guys are like on your mounts and like. So yeah, I'll be going 30, and then if I dash, it'd be 60.
Staying close enough to be a lure.
My range is.
So then I would be
Yeah.
just a little. I'd be 30 ahead.
Ahead
She's
of her.
30 ahead, and then I'd be 30 ahead of her.
Okay.
Okay.
So you full on
Okay.
run, sprint in the
Racing.
opposite direction.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So that brings us to this, correct? Okay. So the ogre
Starts
now
his turn there.
is gonna push the Verbeeg out of the way.
Aw, they were
What do I got
friends.
for speed
He
here?
does take more damage from the bonfire, correct? Because he is.
Because he
Yeah.
started his turn in there, yeah. So go ahead and
8 fire damage.
8
Yeah,
fire
if they,
damage.
if they end their turn there, right?
Oh, it's-
She's not ending his turn.
Oh, I thought it was start.
Yeah,
I think it's
start.
at the end.
No, I think
Or
it's start.
I'm pretty sure she said start.
Yeah.
I thought you said
I'm
end.
gonna
Makes sense
turn.
with fire. 'cause
And
Or
what if it
ends
ends
its
ends its
Start
turn?
or-
Fire is a pretty immediate.
No, it's the first time on
On
a turn.
Or a turn.
Oh yeah.
Or
At the
yeah.
at the start.
It's just it's
Yeah.
close to
It's basically like.
So if you
yeah.
stay at it, you take it twice. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
5, 10,
Great spells.
15.
Great spells.
Honestly, I've never seen someone use it in combat, and I love that you used it.
It has. So this one, it has 60 feet. It's a little bit different from. It's the same amount as like a fire.
Oh my god, I'm trying to do math.
Fire bolt.
Yeah, but it's
But-
multi-use, so you can
I
use it
know.
to make campfires
Well,
and stuff.
that's what I thought. Like it doesn't take any fire spell. I was like, obviously one that keeps me warm,
Right?
just for distraction. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
It just starts running full beat into the woods to find you.
How far did it get?
You got to there.
You got 60.
Timmel,
Turn around.
Timmel, it's okay.
So then you hear another roar from inside the cave as a polar bear becomes lumbering out of the
They
river.
have their own.
Can you throw another polar bear out there?
I probably could. I can do it. I can
Yes.
do it
3
2 more
times.
times.
Yeah.
You could.
But it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't have to be a
I'd save
polar
it.
bear.
I'd
Yeah.
save
What
There are
else
yeah.
some
we got
nasty
here?
creatures you can summon,
Yeah,
but it
come
has to be
back.
something you have to know. You have to know what it is.
Yeah, and I
All
would
right,
say save it.
Carver.
That's what I was thinking. Is
I'm
I'd
up.
rather keep it.
I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna continue focusing
This guy?
the Verbeeg, even though the other one is clearly closer.
It's fine, I got it.
We seen blood.
From the Verbeeg? Oh, he is like totally
Natural
caught and
20.
just getting hit.
All right.
See that damage.
Let's talk about crit,
Baby, let's talk about dice rolling. Let's talk
do a
about all the
10.
good
Things
things
and
that
the things
you
that
can see.
roll. You can.
Let's talk about crits.
Wow.
12 plus 4,
Combo.
16 points of piercing damage.
16 total? Okay. This crossbow bolt, as the Verbeeg is reeling and he looks over and sees his bear has come out of the cave, turns back to look towards you and is
I'm
hit
grinning.
directly in one of the places where the speaker got hit with the spear. that bolt sticks into him, and he looks down at it in surprise. And he is battered right now. His skin is scarred and blackened, and just blood begins like welling out of this spot where the bolt has hit him. He's starting to get hit. He is. You guys have battered him very hard in the last couple of seconds here.
I don't have enough.
I grab the reins and I'm like, come on, we gotta get some distance.
Yeah.
And I start charging back into the forest.
Get Brynja. You can
I
run
think
past it.
Brynja's fine. She's so far.
I'm 60 feet off the map.
So
You're
you're
30 behind me as of right
this
now.
one.
Okay, I want to be.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that doesn't matter.
Do you guys all have dark vision?
No.
Wait, what are you showing?
Well, I don't.
It's dark out.
I'm human.
Oh
It's dark out.
I'm
You have no
running.
torch.
I'm running. Maybe smacking some trees. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably not doing too
Who
hot.
has dark vision?
I mean, I've got snowshoes on too, so it's probably not.
No.
It's just you.
We
isn't
really
it?
need to take
Just
that
you
into
two.
account more.
Okay.
I will go 50.
We
yeah.
need a buddy up. Boon's my buddy.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that if you're trying to full-on run, it's probably gonna be difficult terrain in the forest at night if you don't have a light source.
Fudge. Fudge.
I can
Okay.
light bonfires
As
we
I
go.
run up to Brynja,
I got light.
I got a bonus action left.
I got
Would I be
double
able to pull out my lantern and be like, "Come on, you're reckless."
Sure, yeah, if you want to hand her the
You
lantern,
know you need
yeah.
a lantern.
Okay.
What's wrong with you?
So he tosses you the lantern.
And I grab it as we're running. I suppose. I assume.
And
Doing great. Just
any
keep it up.
that's all your movement bonus action. That's it. Then it's Boone.
Boon,
Cool.
boon, baby.
Can the ogre make a wisdom saving throw for
He
me,
sure
please?
can.
I don't know.
Charmin, make
Can
your
he?
mommy.
He can.
17?
Ooh, he
Jeez.
makes it.
Yeesh.
Holy shit. Well, he still takes half. Dissonant
good.
Whispers.
Whisper it,
How much is that?
Whispering it disters.
whisper it, whispers.
Whisper dusters.
Blisters.
So that
Blisters.
is
Blisters.
4 points of damage.
Blister whispers.
Okay, describe what it looks like.
Is that halved already?
I have it
Okay.
already. 4 points of damage.
The tune of polka.
I just pull out my accordion and I start to.
Please go away from me now. Please, please, please.
And as the accordion starts playing, the ogre starts shaking his head.
We're going to go a full
50.
50.
We all off the map, team. We made it.
Again, trying
I'm
to
not-
stay far enough
Wait a
that we're
minute,
out
that's
of
where the
range,
ogre's at?
but
Wait,
close
we're
enough.
50. We're
Shit.
50 feet away from it.
We moved 50 from our original location.
Okay, so it's
Well,
more
I'm
than
assuming the Verbeeg's gonna chase us too.
Boone. Anything else?
I'm just gonna make sure that Pamela and us stay just far enough ahead of the tail to be enticing, but not close enough to get out.
Sure. Anything else we got? Timmel.
Oh no. Okay. So we're over 60 feet away from this guy, right?
Approximate, because you went 50 and you were approximately 15, so it's probably about 65 feet.
65 feet.
I can drop us back to 60 if you want.
Well, how far is this guy away then? 69, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120. Okay. Fine. I guess I'll do it. All right.
Smack him.
Do it.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
I
This
love
time I'm gonna put a
Abby.
little stank on it.
Love me a combo move.
There was definitely more damage done to this total.
They went to him.
No.
Someday I will play a character
that
that
was
has
quite
balls.
All of us have been
Someday.
focusing.
Someday.
And a bolt,
16.
a crossbow bolt,
Yeah.
right? The 16.
I'm
That
the
16
only one
should
who's
go to
been
that
targeting
person.
the ogre other than the bonfire. By
Yeah,
me.
I have
I
not.
thought the crossbow bolt went into the ogre.
No.
It went to the Verbeeg.
Verbeeg.
I'm trying to kill something, not spread out damage.
What wait.
And just add
Okay.
16 to that.
Smart.
Right.
Verbegula. It is right.
The Verbeeg?
Still got
Verbegula.
still got advantage.
Oh yeah.
My holy symbol's like glowing and
Yep.
like floating at this point.
Okay, it's like hovering and gold.
I'm gonna
golden
pull
light.
light out through it again and
Yep.
do a guiding bolt. It's gonna start glowing like white hot.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast that shit.
Roll for attack.
Okay. Ooh, that 1 and a 10. 10'll do for 15.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay, perfect.
On the Verbeeg?
Yep.
Yes.
How many times have you dropped
1,
dice
2.
tonight?
I don't want to count.
Enough.
Something bad.
Yep.
Wow, that's
Somewhere in the
really
world.
bad.
Someone
Like,
rolls a one.
really bad. That's,
What?
3.
5 points of radiant
Ooh,
damage.
and another golden light hits him. This time he was able to kind of put his arms up as it catches him in the forearms and still burns his skin a little bit. But he seems
guy.
to have been ready
Verbeeg.
for that. Yep.
Great.
But if it hits, it does still have advantage, so that's the thing.
Yep. Great.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Wait. First, it's the Verbeeg's turn.
Right.
Oh, you want to move things?
I just wanted to set it up again.
Well,
Because
maybe
there's
Hold
so
up,
far
hold
back,
up a
we
second.
need more
Hold up a
space.
second.
We
figure
are
out where the
also out of
Verbeeg's
time,
gonna go.
guys.
Oh, you guys gotta go?
Yeah, we gotta go. It's 8:30.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Sorry, I thought we were going till 9.
All right.
Let me do one more turn here real
Yeah.
quick.
We can finish up really quick.
And then we can draw it better next time.
How
I don't
far
have to
away is
calculate.
the closest person on the outside?
We're like,
I think it would
We
be.
I think it's over
were
60.
70. We were 65.
we were 65 from this guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So all that's going to
Probably
happen
right
is
around the
this
same
one.
time.
This one is going to run 15, 20. So it goes on to here, 25, 30. Okay, so this is where we'll end. Well, Abby, do you want to say the next part?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna let you guys know just before we wrap up here. As you guys are all kind of coming together away from these creatures, you come across another Verbeeg coming toward the cave and toward you guys.
With a full basket full of things.
Of what?
Things. It's got a basket full of stuff, and it is very surprised to see creatures running from the cave. And that's where we'll end. You can't do anything. You can't do anything.
And I,
Do it
I have a
next
sight
time.
range of 120 in the dark.
Yeah?
Did I manage to see it when it entered
Now there were
that
trees. You were
range?
in the
So
woods.
they're
You
right
didn't see
on
it
us,
until
and we didn't see anything.
I mean, it's 30 feet from you. It's
Right.
not like
It's
in your
it's not
face.
like it's 5 feet from you, but
Okay.
yes, you didn't see it before like 30 feet. Yeah.
All right. We'll
All
see
right,
you
thanks
next time.
guys. Bye. Bye.
Good night.